Konnichiwa minasan. Selamat pagi daripada saya di sini dan selamat petang kepada anda di Malaysia dan selamat hari whatever it is, wherever you are, if you are watching this from anywhere else. Saya Kudo Mahari itu dari laman blog tamakofchaos.com. Yang tak reti cakap hari ini, we'll be going through some of the some of the figures that was introduced at last weekend's Wonder Festival 2024 Winter yang diadakan seperti biasa di Makuhari Messe di Chiba, Jepun. It was a one-day event on hari Ahad 11 hari bulan Februari 2024. Dan kepada mereka yang ada kat Jepun yang bernasib baik dapat pergi tengok, will be you have 7 hours of, unfortunately not very long, 10 pagi sampai 5 petang untuk tengok what's been announced for the coming year or years. Some of the stuff might be out even in 2025. Tapi ada juga nanti there'll be updates of figures that were already introduced in the previous One Fest or One Hobby exhibitions. So hopefully we get to see those that were not painted and now dah painted and whatever. So basically as usual, saya akan menggunakan laman web ruru-berries.com. You can follow her on her Twitter at Ruru_berries. That's BERRYZ. She is a collector from France. Mempunyai over the years, she has been one of the best sites to look at with regard to archiving and actually curating all this announcement in a very neatly packaged way online. Because otherwise kita akan berterabur dekat Twitter nak tengok kiri kanan from all these different manufacturers that have announced their figures and whatnot. So as usual, I'm just going to put a slight disclaimer here. As usual, saya punya video ni tidak akan menyentuh makers of R18/NSFW figures for obvious reasons. So I will be still talking about, like, say, freeing bunny figures, but not binding bunny figures. Dan juga saya akan concentrate untuk figures yang berbentuk skala atau scale figures dan NENDOROIDS. Possibly talking about if there are slight variations of posable figures by GOODSMILE company, but not really going into stuff like Figmas and the like. So they want to check out for this One Fest. There has been quite a lot of figures that they have been announcing for, so it'll be quite a while before we can finish this. So I'm not trying to go over every single figure, but we'll go over the ones that looks interesting. Lagi satu disclaimer, I don't watch every anime there is on the planet, and I don't play I've not played games for the longest time, so I am aware of certain IPs, like Blue Archive ke apa ke. I am playing a gacha game called Nikki Goddess of Victory anyway, so I'll recognize those girls. But and I'll probably touch on the figures produced for those IPs. But anyway, so let's start the review or look-see with stuff from GOODSMILE company. Okay, let's reduce this so that we can have a good view of the figures. So GOODSMILE company, here we have a beginning, and that's a start that we have a game figure from Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Mio. What a nice start that I don't even know who this character is, but as usual, GOODSMILE never disappoint with their sculpt and poses. This looks pretty nice. With regards the actual, if you look at the jacket, the paint of the metallic silver on the jacket, and shading on the hair, and pretty much a nice figure. If I know who she was, definitely one of those figures that I would be looking out for. Next one is also from another game called Blue Archive. We've got Yuka from Nom Provisoire. Again, I think I'm going to repeat myself like a broken record. I've not played this, but I think it's safe to say that when I see a Nikkei figure, I go, again, that's very nice. She's got a chair that's sitting on. I like figures with props. Adds value to it, and it posing dia nampak interesting lah, as opposed to just one that's standing up not doing anything. But yeah, no complaints about this. Unlike this one looks a bit plain, but again will be somewhat a figure that will be of interest for fans of Gridman universe. So Takara Rika wall figure here sitting on a swing. Very plain looking figure, but well sculpted, well painted. And slightly more elaborate here, we've got somebody from Haneame Sinful Nun. That looks a bit ecchi. Don't worry, tapi ini tak adalah macam as I said, I'm not going to go to the real right hardcore R18 figures, but this comes with the territory of figures anyway. So very well detailed. Once no indication of the scale of the figure actually. Haneame 722 Sigils of Solomon, Crochal the Angel. Yes. For those who are inclined in that direction, I don't think this will be, a cast off because this is GOODSMILE company, but very well done. Especially when you do feathers, I quite like to see how people do the sculpting for feathers and the painting as well. Anyway, onwards to somebody to finally aku recognize, Ijichi Nijika, the drummer from Kesoku Bando, from the anime and manga Bocchi the Rocket. So this is a scale figure. Did they make one of Bocchi? I'm sure they did, and I'm sure if they did, I had pre-ordered it. My mind's a bit of a blur this morning, but there you go. Yes. Again, not very. Shall I say inspired? This is one of the typical boring poses that I've described before this. Tapi because when you have a special interest in the IP and you want to say get the character, you sometimes have no choice. So it's either you wait and then there's a sense of fear of missing out for make sure to see whether there's another company that makes a different pose, or make the mistake of buying this now only to find a better one coming along the way. But that comes the territory lah, really collecting. But yes, Ichichi Nijika. And next one, I've only watched the reboot, or is that a reboot or remake of Ruby? This is very, very nice. Let me just bring this up a bit. Yeah. This feels like we are in the realms of new territory. But from the looks of it, it might be one where they will sell this separately. But if you are a fan of the franchise and you see how they are posed together, you feel that you want to buy them all at once. I can't remember. There's a set of figures that was announced recently as well, and they were sold separately as well as sold together in a group. The problem with buying them in a group is the shipping. It will be horrendous. So it's up to you lah. You can do the maths to see whether or not if it's worth getting them singly and put them together. Sometimes the problem with that is if, say for example, there are certain aspects of the figures that may differ when you buy them separately. Itu tak tahu lah, so you need to find out when they announce this. So we've got Blake Belladonna, Yong Xiaolong, Vice Shine, and Ruby Rose and her massive style. Well posed, well sculpted. Look at that cape of Ruby, very very nice. Seriously, if I was more invested in this would be like the must buy. Seriously, this looks really good. Okay, onwards. Let's see. And yes, this is also something that I really like, which is FURYU herself. Well, if not everybody, but a lot of people's favorite elf mage. I think at the very least, winter season 2024, we've got a few elves to be fans of in fantasy anime, and there is another figure which I can't remember the maker of it is of her and Fern, and that one you can buy separately or you can buy them together because they're supposed to be combined. And that one, it does look like it's on a pedestal of sort, but the pedestal is more of a magic effect. Yani will be just of her standing next to a wall and with a briefcase, and whether or not this is actually part of another part of a group of figures, I'm not too sure, because the clue, I don't know if this is a clue where if you could, is that, yeah, you can see the mouse pointer here. So if this is going to be joined to another base, so whether it's going to be her current party or whether her old party that comprises Himmel and her two other friends called tak ingat. But yeah, so it depends. So at the moment I've only pre-ordered her Nendoroid because I'm still keeping an eye for the best scale figure for FURYU to get. I mean, even if she poses like this, but if there are other GOODSMILE figures, scale figures that's going to be with her, and we'll see what's going to be like. But watch this space. And now this is another anime that's worth the watch if you're into drama and it's funny as well. It's not just boringly serious. This is Mao Mao from the Apothecary Diaries. Seen her with what looks like possibly a lotus flower. I'm ashamed to say that I've only seen 4 episodes of the first core. It is very good, but I haven't gotten around to sambung because it's actually quite good. So yeah, at least she's posing in a particular way, and that's quite relevant to her character as well. So yeah, that's quite interesting. But I can't remember what other figures whether she's got any other figures of her out there or not. Okay, onward to the million figure of Hatsune Miku, which is obviously a favorite of GOODSMILE Company. A lot of fans, yang berjenis beli kalau dia orang buat 800 Hatsune figures, dia orang beli lah. Tapi no, I think she's a cute character. I think she's if you like Vocaloid music, obviously she has that appeal. Even I have Hatsune Miku figures. I think I have a Nendoroid saja kot. I have one with an old one with a car and a couple of yukata ones. A bit naughty here. When I bought the yukata ones of her is because I wanted the yukata body to be used with the other female characters so that they could wear yukata as well. Sorry Miku. Anyway, so next we have another game, Princess Connect Redive of Yui in a ceremonial outfit version. Again, so far I've not seen any seriously boring looking poses, and it'll be interesting to see what she looks like when she's painted. Okay, then another angel with wings and a halo over the head. This is from the game Blue Archive of Mika Nom Provisoire, which is the because this is from Rurubel, she's French, so I think this is a provisional name given for the character. So sorry, just now pun ada satu Nom Provisoire juga, so I thought it was actually a version of the character. So minta maaf, saya punya Fransugo tak cukup Jozu. Anyway, so again, yeah, this reminds me of a figure that I've ordered from Aniplex. Is it Aniplex? Of Lum from Urusei Yatsura. Anyway, onwards. We've got here again another Blue Archive figure of Miyako in a swimsuit. Yes. Again, depends what color her one piece will be like. Another one, is this from, oh no, it's not. It's from King's Proposal. This is Kuozaki Saika. This one looked pretty elaborate. Yes. I started collecting only recently. I only started collecting, say, about 3 years ago. I think the price of figures, as everybody tahu, is gone up like crazy. And, you know, you shudder to think what it'll be like for a figure as elaborate as this. But there you go. Yeah, so fans of Kuozaki-chan here, knock yourself out. She looks gorgeous. And the sculpt just look crazy. Anyway, yeah, our favorite violin teacher, Gojo Satoru, high school version. This is obviously from Core 1 of Season 2. Again, whether this is going to be part of a combination of another figure, I suspect it will be. Especially with those perforations on the base there. So the best bet is going to be Geto next to him. So yeah, onwards to the game Uma Musume, which is also an anime by Sai Games. I'm not a fan of Uma Musume. Bukan racist, tapi animalist. I don't mind cat girls. I really don't mind bunny girls. Not horse girls, cannot lah. Dah lah diorang disuruh lari keliling turf club macam kuda. Well, macam kuda. Apparently they are kuda, but to everyone their own. So this is Ogu recap. For those yang bukan Arif, tentang IP Uma Musume ni, characters dia dinamakan after actual race horses in Japan, and obviously race horses dalam usually have very strange names, very, you know, Janda Kaya 4 ke. So bayangkan if Uma Musume was in Malay, you know, and her name was Janda Kaya. So anyway, onwards. So we've got a few, obviously these are announcements. Shall I bring this a bit bigger so that we can look at it much better? Okay, Oshinoko. And I have to say that this is one of the top IPs of 2023. I was at first clowning about it, and then I was enjoying it, and then especially what hit me hard was actually the first 90-minute episode. But after watching the subsequent episode, albeit it is interesting, it's got a good premise, but for some reason dia punya cara penyampaian cerita dia yang macam seumpama sedikit documentary, you know, when basically an anime tries to explain the ins and outs of, say, a particular topic. So pasal anime ni pasal idol, so dia akan selit lah dalam dialog dia, social media penting untuk idol, and then they explain. So after a while you say, okay, yes, you are cleverly putting that in the dialogue to tell people who are not aware of the industry, yada, tapi at the same time, come on, get on with the story. But obviously we've got one of Ruby, Arima Kana, and Kurokawa Akane. So obviously these are versions, so they've called these the date style versions. So basically kepada yang big fans of the characters wanting to see them in a different manner, this would be interesting lah. No, it's like I have the date versions of the quintuplets, all 5 sisters. like they didn't dress like that, nor were there any episodes in the anime or chapters in the manga that had them in that costumes. Sometimes they will do a yukata version. Personally, for the quintuplet, I would have loved the yukata version because there was an actual illustration in the manga. But there you go. Let's see. So we've got more Blue Archive and Fate Grand Order our games. Ichika from Blue Archive, and the two girls from Fate Grand Order are Yang Guifei and Hula. Sorry, not Yang Guifei, foreigner. You see, it goes to show lah, tak main game habis dah tak tahu. Okay, this is GOODSMILE Racing, and I think these are figures related to because GOODSMILE has actually a racing team. So if you are a fan of Hatsune Miku, you'll realize that every year they'll have a different Miku car, and it'll be reflected in some of her figures. So, for example, we have Hatsune Miku, and the one that I had with the car is obviously from one of the racing cars with all the accurate decals that come with it. But yeah, so this is possibly 15th anniversary version. So she's been doing this they've been using her design on like an Natasha on the racing cars for 15 years now. Okay, GOODSMILE Arts does have a branch in China. It's in a way that after a while they've been around for a while. This branch of GOODSMILE, it's as much as they've got a factory in Japan, they, for the most part, the figures are made in China. I think I can count on one hand how many Japanese-made Nendoroids I have. I've got the Sakura Nendoroid of Miku. See, even I have that one. And I think there was one more figure of a character that's not really that prominent. I think it's what's it call it? The big oppied character that says Dekai. Sugoi Dekai. I'm so embarrassed. It'll come back to me. Is she there? I'm sure she's there somewhere. Yeah. So anyway, there are a few figures being announced from GOODSMILE Shanghai. Here we've got one from Blue Archive of Hina in a swimsuit, and I'm not sure. I think this must be a game, The Master of Diabolism. There are a few figures out there which has a similar motif to this. Typical frame at the back. We've seen that in my source figures of Hatsune Miku, for example, and there were a few announcements from One Hobby last year as well, which we might be able to see it later on, because it's made by another figure. Now we're talking. Sorry for me jumping in and out of this because I want to maximize the size of the photographs. This is Guren or Scarlet. Yes, of course I know who she is. She is a character from Nike, Goddess of Victory. She's an as a SSR figure. For those who into gacha gaming, all this SSR, SR initials mean something. So SSR is super rare, albeit she and her compatriots young labeled pilgrims are the rarest versions of the SSR characters in this. Yeah, this is actually based on the official illustration by Shift Up for the game. It'll be nice to see her doing something else, but actually I'm not going to be too fussy about this because just look at the detailing of this. So I really cannot wait to see her painted. So there you go. So Don't disappoint me, GOODSMILE Shanghai. Okay, this is a certain scientific railgun T of Shirai Kuroko and Misaka Mikoto. I've only seen bits of this. I don't know why probably because I've not watched it properly. Good. This is quite an oldish anime. It's I'm like too scared to try to tell you the premise of the story. Of what a real gun is. Pretty much these girls can shoot. Yeah, so using magical powers. Anyway, but yeah, if you like this anime IP, this looks quite good. I just wonder also if this is actually a variation of or like a version, like holiday version or relaxing version or whatever, or as opposed to an actual depiction of a scene from the anime itself. Onwards to Classroom of the Elite, which is currently being shown at, I think, season 3 or this season, winter 2024 of Karui Zawaki. I'm a sucker for kimono versions. Thus far, FURYU is a company that's been making quite good kimono versions, but I wouldn't buy the really expensive one that uses actual kimono cloth, because that one will be in the hundreds of thousands of yen. But yeah, so this is like this is what they call a furisode, a type of kimono that you wear in the winter, and usually worn by younger women. So that would suit her perfectly. And onwards to the Monogatari series. I've been meaning to watch this series, but I don't know why I'm delaying it. I think because it's quite daunting. Just because I have to prepare myself to watch it. Because a lot of people were saying there's lots of hidden meanings in it, or some people will just say, just sit down and watch it. You don't have to stop and pause the video, because the problem with this story is in between they got short excerpts of the words on the screen that if you pause it, there are actual things written in it that would have meaning and tell you things, and you go like, I don't want to be watching something that you have to stop and watch. But at the same time, so I've watched the first few episodes of the first season. I think it's about you know which one, the one that has got Senjo Gahara Hitagi here, and at that time she obviously Kiss Shot is not in the scene yet, it's not in the story yet, but we are introduced to her in the classroom as the quiet Shinobu. So you know which one I'm talking about. Even in the first episode, macam beng gila cerita tu. It's a bit abstract, because but fans of the Monogatari series obviously will regale you with all the tales from that you should watch out for. And obviously the characters, I mean, I've got her, the one of the most popular versions of her is also by GOODSMILE, is the one with her skirt billowing, and you get to see all manner of school stationery dropping from her skirt, including scissors, triangular rulers, macam-macam. Tapi it was quite expensive, and I got it and resale. But again, as we know, in the last 12 months following COVID, those expensive rare grills are no longer grills and are no longer that expensive unless it's really rare. But this one, anyway, back to the figure. She's sitting on a post box. Very cute looking pose there. Uncertain because of the thing obvious lagi, so I'm not sure whether this is actually a pose from the actual anime. So let's get on with diorama chibi figure Ip and Gary from Ip. I'm not too sure what Ip is, but at first I thought this was a Nendoroid. Couldn't make sense because we will see the Nendoroid section afterwards. But yeah, if you're not too sure what this is, but it looks quite cute and well sculpted as well, and well designed overall. Okay. Nikkei. Prayers been answered. So these are versions, as I've mentioned before. I mean, any figures would tend to have versions, but these actual versions were available in the game. I started the game quite late in October. I think this came out somewhere earlier in 2023. To get them, I can't remember whether this was just a costume. I think this was a costume change as opposed to an actual character. So it depends. Diorang ni pandai buat duit. Because to get the costume, you have to pay if you want it. So there you go. Dah lah. And to think about it, you're paying for a pixelated character. So don't judge me. So basically, these are the vacation versions of Rapi and Anis. So this one classic vacation version, and that's the sparkling summer version, and just to add to give some lore lah. As much as you go, oh, all right, these are obviously just versions to entice the male players or anybody who just likes thick characters. Getting, say, for example, if I'm not mistaken, yes, Anis, this version is actually you need to pull for her, not just the costume. You need to pull her as a separate character, because you get Anis initially in the game anyway. But this version of her is the better one, with better stats. So yeah, so I obviously missed out. So despite the fact that I've not gotten either in the game, so looks like I'll probably get them in plastic versions. I'm gonna create a diorama of figures of anime characters in beach costumes. I think putting them on a platform on DTOF is getting a bit too full now, so actually we'll clear off the DTOF for something else. So onwards to another game. Azulin has loads of waifus to choose from. So unlike Nikkei. Nikkei is a relatively new game, and if you look at Azulin characters out there, if you talk about quality sculpt and poses, they win hands down lah. Tapi because I'm really not. I'm lying here. I've got 2 Azulin figures, but nah. If it's too many, it's really too many. Anyway, so this is Q set. I think these are the smaller versions of the. They're not NENDOROIDS, but they're like. This is the thing, when you have a few companies making their own versions of chibi characters, and you wish that they could. I mean, you being GOODSMILE company, couldn't you just put this in the NENDOROID category? You know, for example, like this one of Arimakana. This looks so funny, and it'll be so good if she was available as an NENDOROID. I got a feeling they are non-posable. Yeah, I don't think they are posable. I might be wrong. I don't know. If anybody knows, please add in the comments below. So yeah, we've got some Oshinoko, Tokyo Revengers, and so forth. Okay. Oh yeah, one more thing. Yeah, that's it. Hyper body. I think at the beginning of the description for what the kind of things I will cover. I said I'm not going to cover Figma. Hyper body, I think it's also about Figma-ish size. I think I had pre-ordered one, so I can't tell you really how big they are, of a character from Nikkei called Modernia. Okay, so it might be Plumetier, be the smaller version that looks like Figmas, but we'll see. Anyway, so for our next segment, we shall have a look at if the internet's working properly today. We'll look at NENDOROIDS. So let's start with what we have here in the NENDOROID section by GOODSMILE company. Obviously, NENDOROIDs are by GOODSMILE company. Pada anda yang tak tahu, basically GOODSMILE company ni also has Max Factory. I can't remember which one is the bigger company where the Max Factory is under GS. I think it is under GSC, and depending on the character's license, the licensees for that particular anime would then create the Nendoroid, then they'll share it with GSC lah. So, and then if I'm not mistaken as well, if it's a male character, not necessarily all, it'll be under another company as well. But let's start with this one. This is Cardcaptor Sakura from the anime Cardcaptor Sakura. Somebody called Yui. Cardcaptor Sakura is one of the animes that's well loved by a lot of fans out there. Sorry, I've not watched it. But oh yeah, one more thing with regards to Nendoroids. I mean, as you can see, I mean, any form of detailing, it depends on the character. So if the characters were intricately designed, then you'll be impressed to see how much they actually, put in when they make these Nendoroids. Because these things are small. The hands can come off. The actual limbs even, sometimes, this one definitely you can take that one off. So that's actually 3 parts. So pada anda yang ingin mula mengumpul Nendoroid, siapkanlah kontainer-kontainer yang sepatutnya supaya anda tak hilang all the parts. Some people like to keep them in a box, like how people do Funko Pop. Not gonna judge, tapi the problem with at least Funko Pop, you can see those characters clearly. A lot of times when you have a Nendo, they'll be in a plastic casing within the box and you can't really see them. So rasa sayang tak bawa keluar doang. You say, just going back to this character, it looks plain because that's what the character looks like. So it's not because they can't sculpt. So anyway, so we've got Shinoko character, Kurokawa Akane. And they have a new Zero 2. The most popular one was obviously the one with the school uniform. It had a second or is it third release, but I remember the time when it was so expensive, and by the time they had the latest re-release, the price came down. So anybody who were buying it in bulk, trying to sculpt fans, will be crying their eyes out to this very day, because you can easily get her in the aftermarket these days. That was the previous suit. I don't know. I think due to the fact when you have a chibi character, the proportions are obviously have to be like this. But when you have her in her pilot suit, and sorry to say, okay, minta maaf, tapi kerana her character is meant to look, in a particular way. So a scale figure of her in this would be more enticing. But obviously, if you want to see her in that suit in an Nendoroid format, this is all you're gonna get. You can't get her any smaller than that. Okay, onwards. This is Mochi the Rock. Oh, I have time for Mochi. It's so funny. This one I'm on the fence at the moment, but I might just get her just because I actually want to rewatch season 1. I think that it's one of those animes that macam memang under the radar at first, but when people started watching it, then they realized it's really good. And of course, this bunny girl version of Sakurajima Mai from Aobuta or Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. Obviously, the most classic version of her in this getup would be the freeing bunny, which is, I think it still is a grail, because as much as we've said, freeing never does a re-release of a character with the same colored stockings, which is the black stocking. They've done it with 02. So I tak tahu lah. So at the same game lah. So tengok nasib. If you think that you're going to make money by keeping something like this, actually quite a lot of Sakurajima Mai characters grills actually. I really like one. I can't remember with the Kotobukiya one, when she sits on a classroom chair and she's sitting tilted. There are other versions of that, but I really want that one. And actually, just whether this is copium or not, I prefer her Aniplex version, because that one really looks like the one in the poster, and the face sculpt really looks like her, because the freeing one doesn't look like her. So biasalah, nak sedapkan hati kan. Sedut lah copium itu. And the funny thing was, when I bought the Aniplex one second hand, it was at the time when she was rare, and when I bought it, a few people in my figure collection, when I put the photo out, and they say, "Oh, engkau lah yang beli tadi," because they saw it and then it disappeared. And now benda tu dah lah re-release kan, so people like macam tak pandang lagi lah. Anyway, but that's how it is lah with this collection. Yes, Gotobun Hanayome or quintessential clothes Nakano Yatsuba. Yeah, this was for the last 12-15 months. A whole plethora of versions were released by various companies, to the point that some of them, kasi kesian tengok, they had one, I can't remember if it's FURYU or whoever it was, they had them in the wedding costumes, I think Japanese style wedding costume, and then with red pagar warna merah. But they were expensive. They were like 28,000 yen or something like that. So some people say, I'll buy my favorite girl, or I want to buy them all. And then obviously with now prices going down, you can find them at 18,000. So pretty much you lose out $100 on each of those figures. So, I don't know lah, but this is just me thinking aloud. If you want to buy, to sell back, think about it lah. Not very good time lah. I mean, I do have some figures to sell actually, but just because I just want to, create more space. So anyway, but yeah, she looks cute. I'm sure they'll be there the fall if they are not out yet already. So this is from Rosen Maiden, Kanaria. I'm not too sure who she is. Onwards to commits to Baki City under construction. Not too sure what that is. And Shield Hero of Hero. Ponomichi Jipensha Nashiko. No idea if she is either. Put the foolish angel dancer to the devil. Amane Riri. So at the end of the day, right? I at first I never liked NENDOROIDS, and then I started buying one. Then I started buying a lot. I'm so happy that I do not know these characters, because I sometimes find I want to buy them just because I know who they are. So good. I don't know who these characters are, so I'm not gonna buy it. Cute little orca. I wonder if she's a VTuber. So anybody who knows her, in the comments below. Right, more stuff. VTubers. At least this one, yeah, I know. Well, not because I know who they are, but it's by HoloLive. So we've got Takane Rui, Kasama Irwa. So basically, oh yes. Chilchup was out for pre-order yesterday. Shenshi will be soon. I'm a big fan of Dungeon Meshi. It's out every Thursday night on Netflix. At the moment, it's one of those IPs, because of the manga, because of the anime, the manga sales shot up like crazy. It'll be surprising to you that the manga's been around for 10 years. So I've known people, I've heard of people who've read this actually for a long time, and so pada people like myself who's at the beginning anime only, and then aku pun terjebak and bought the manga. It's by Ryoko Kui or Kui Ryoko. So it's a very well drawn manga. It's a very good story. The characters got depth. And at the moment, whilst it does look like a story of a bunch of people going down the dungeon, cooking monsters, I think there's more to it. So I'm really looking forward to see where the story is going, because yeah, it's not set in a flashback, but there are certain flashbacks. But basically, the setting of it is a bunch of three adventurers, and then here we've got Shenji joining the three adventurers, making it a party of 4, going down the dungeon. So for the original party of 3, it's basically them revisiting the dungeon immediately after being sent out by one of their original party members just before she got swallowed by a dragon. So the keyword here is swallowed. So she wasn't eaten like digigate. So the leader of the party wants to go back and save the sister, because, well, lucky for them, they apparently digestion time within the belly of a dragon takes a long time. So they hope to reach the red dragon before she gets digested. And then Shenji's here. Aha, I've never eaten dragon before. So we'll see lah. Kaiju number 8 is coming out this spring. And this is... I've not read the manga yet. Oh god, don't tell me I need to buy the manga. I'm a sort of person who's a sucker for. So keep telling myself, watch the anime. Yeah, so I really I really do not know anything about this IP, except for, if I'm not mistaken, the main character has the ability to be a kaiju himself of sorts. So I'm really looking forward to this. Kaiju number 8, Kaiju Hachigo, I think. It's a Japanese also. Okay, for friends of My Hero Academia. Oh yes, Lady Nagant. I was a bit disappointed actually when I saw the hair color. Like, really? Why so bosan, man? Obviously we do not see the other faceplates. It will be quite interesting. I do hope, because I'm a collector of the Belfine not versions. Belfine makes a series of MHA characters. If it's the one, pada anda yang tak tahu, yang is the one that has the words below the characters representing the sound that their effects would be whoosh of float for what's her name, Uraraka, like pasal tak ada bunyi kan, bolehlah float. Tapi yeah, if Lady Nagan has one of those, I want that. But because of the fact this is the only figure that offer that we have, yeah, I'll be happy pre-ordering that when the time comes. And here we got Aizawa Shota. I wonder if he's going to make a version with one arm yet, but we'll see. Yeah, aku ni bias sikit. I like lasses. Jarang beli watak lelaki unless the watak tu has some relevance to the other characters that I buy. So anyway, game and obviously film Tekken 8, Liang Xiaoyu, and Five Nights at Freddy's, film that I haven't seen nor will I want to watch. Apparently it's a horror film. Animated horror film that's really frightening. This one I'll probably get for my nephew. My nephew is a beast on Taiko no Tetsujin. But yeah, so I'll buy it when it comes out. And yes, dope. Jaws, Bang Brave, Bang Buff Braven. Yes, yeah, this is currently playing at the moment. I've not watched it, but apparently, they've. I think it's Giga who made a review of it. Because it's an anime for a man's man. No connotations there, but yeah, there you go. Anyway, yes. More Nendoroids from, or even figures from the My Dress Up Darling franchise of. Seriously, Kitagawa Marine has a lot of figures lately, but for me, the classic cosplay of what's her name, the first cosplay she did from that Eroge, there's only one out there that looks worth buying. Actually, I have the Nendoroid for that. But surprisingly, it was a price figure of her sat down in front of a mirror, macam the illustration. I don't think the mirror comes with it, but that was well sculpted, and luckily I managed to get her from a local seller nearby. Yeah, I'll probably get a Gojo Wakanan just because it's because as I said, I don't really collect male characters, but if it's relevant, now then I've got her swimsuit version from Moneyplex, just landed a couple of weeks ago. The one that's of her sitting on her futon. Well, not on her futon, on his futon. The classic scene of, you know which one I'm talking about. It's one of those anime that or even manga that is so suggestive, but dia bukan saucy. Dia fan service, more towards fan service, but the story is all innocent. Yeah, so if anybody wants to make anything out of it, is on them lah. Anyway, onwards to more characters, and we got two from Blue Archive, Misono Mikua and Ushia Noah, whom I have no idea. Oh, I just wondered if she was one of the characters that names look familiar that we saw just now. That was a scale version. And then we've got two from Kirby. I've never played Kirby. I actually have a Kirby and Android because it's so cute. This one's the cafe version, Kirby cafe version of Kirby and D. D looks like he's carrying looks like an omurice, but the omurice ada muka ke? Oh no, I'm not gonna eat that. But anyway, yeah, I probably wouldn't get it because not that. I've never played the game, so I'm not really a fan of it. I bought the first one because it's cute more than anything else. Alright, Uma Musume Pretty Derby of nice. As I said before, nama kuda pelik-pelik kan. Nice Nature and Matikani Tannhauser. So there you go. Yes, as I said, look at how elaborate the sculpts are. That happens if the character has a good, there's a character design there. GOODSMILE company is quite good in replicate in miniaturizing all those details. Anyway, two more from Uma Musume Pretty Derby of Kita-san Black and Satono Diamond. Okay, Dead Alive V of Tokisaki Kurumi and Yatogami Toka. I've not watched this. I'm aware of the IP though. I think Tokisaki Kurumi, was she the one that skill figure the pegang shotgun or something like that? Might be wrong here, but yeah, here you go. I think they have the original versions already in Android format. So this is a Seifuku version. Okay, so who do we have here? Another Dead Alive V character of Hoshimiya Mokuro, and this is her school uniform version. Wow, really? Probably a different kind of school, I guess. Very medieval looking, or even inspired by Chinese fashion a bit. Good. Anyway, for Niji Sanji is another VTuber punya company, Japanese based. Originally Niji Sanji punya VTubers almost exclusively Japanese, but they have now ventured into the English language VTubing scene. Adding to the wealth of VTubers we have around. I don't really watch VTubers. I'm aware of I think she's from I'm aware of Iron Mouse just because I watch the Trash Taste podcast, and then Iron Mouse, and then Kason was a guest, as was oh god, the name escaped me. I'll tell what her name is if she does appear as a character here somewhere. Right. Onwards, another Niji Sanji character. So far it's all males. Yeah, Yamino Shu. Yeah, it's all a bit male VTubers of Honkai Star Rail and another MiHoYo gacha game. I actually wanted to start to play Genshin. Foolishly enough, I started Genshin at the same time I started DK, and I just realized there's only one gacha game that I can pay attention to. Although I have to admit that Genshin was the better game, but because I don't have a PC, nor do I have a PlayStation, playing it on an iPad was really crap. Really susah gila nak maneuver. So you know, if I'm not even finished Genshin, I mean, how can you finish a game? I mean, this kind of game seems to be perpetually, you know, without an end to it. So there you go. But yeah, I would really love to try to play Genshin. I'm a veteran of the old Final Fantasy games up to 13. Obviously, I've not played the MMORPG versions, nor have I started playing the later ones because my PlayStation is a PlayStation 3. Sorry, life priorities. Anyway, so back to the figures. Fate Grand Order. I wonder if this is pronounced in the Irish way, which I have no idea whether it's pronounced Bevan, because I'm just extrapolating it from the name Siobhan, because BHAN is Von or Ven or whatever. But anyway, that one looks quite nice. So One Punch Man and Jormungand characters. This is Fubuki in a Blizzard of Hell version, and this is another IP which I've only seen 5 episodes of on the first season, anime wise. But some people say the second season starts to become a bit weird. But and then no, it might be a bit weird, but I think the IP in general is still highly regarded because of how the manga is. So if I have the time, I may start reading the manga. Okay, so I have no idea who this Koko Hekmektiar is from Jormungand. Sounds very Scandinavian. The Witch and the Beast. Guido. The Witch and the Beast sounds familiar. I'm not sure what it is. This is Oshinoko Memcho. So because I've only watched a few episodes of Oshinoko, I have no idea who that one is. And Toraburu Darkness. I've seen a few episodes of the original first season of Toraburu. So this is obviously the next bit. Golden Darkness. I remember when I first started collecting, I kept confusing Golden Darkness for Konosuba's Darkness. So I was looking for Darkness characters, and I saw a Golden Darkness. I'm like, oh, I've never seen that character in Konosuba before. Biasalah, tak tahu apa kan. Yes, Ghost in the Shell SAC, Kusanagi Motoko. I don't know, personally, Kusanagi Motoko is one of the characters that I love from, somebody my age. I have to tell you that I've actually watched the original Ghost in the Shell anime film by Oshii Mamoru in the cinemas. And for me, that is the definitive Kusanagi Motoko. I've seen figures of that version. Oh god, they were bloody expensive, man. But yeah. Another one of Komi Shoko is one of a ponytail version. I'm surprised that they've not milked her character like crazy. It's only now that we've got this other version. I'm waiting for I think probably it arrived yesterday not yet. Of the limited version of a pop-up parade, the one with the googly eyes. So I do hope this one has another googly eye faceplate, because I don't feel like sharing her original faceplate with other versions of her. But we will see. No Game No Life Izuna, again, an IP that I am aware of but have not seen. Ashta no Nadia and Persona 5 Royal. I've never played Persona games before, and I know people say play Persona 3 or Persona 4 as being the game for this. I mean, obviously, I can't make any other comments because I've never played it. Yes, there you go. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Yes, MAL's #1 perpetual best anime ever. Not kicking it off. Okay, I tak tengok lagi, but that I've seen that a lot of people say that, giving reason that it's actually one of the best animes out there. And I think any anime fan worth their salt should watch it, and that's an advice I'm telling myself. I should watch it. People say to watch FMAB, and then watch the original if you're that inclined. So I'll watch it. Don't worry, I'm not knocking it off, but it's just that I find it amusing that the fans keep trying to prop up it on MAL #1. It's just, but that's how the game is, I guess, because other titles get propped up artificially as well. But let's not get into that. So we've got Heaven Burns Red, Kunimi Tama. Gosh, we're going at it at 1 hour and we're still at NENDOROIDS. There's quite a lot to talk about. I'm not too sure what is IP, but a military-looking sailor uniform, is it? The reason I'm laughing is Maja Baser here. Just watched this last night to catch up. This is one of those anime that it's got what's her name, Varsa or whatever her name was. This little black ghoul. The story is an ecchi anime, so basically there is nudity in this, but you have to bear in mind, right? I'm not going to go to a long lecture on it's allowed in anime because nudity is okay in Japan or whatever. But if I'm not mistaken, in Magical Girl anime, when they do the henshin, the transformation, you see nipples, or if it's not properly censored, it's out there, and these are watched by kids. So this is like a twist on the Magical Girl concept, and then this character, the Maja Baser, is what shall I say, nama samaran dia lah. I can't remember what her original name is. She's a very shy girl who's a fan of the 3 magical girls that pretty much protect her city from all the evil whatever beings. And suddenly she was transformed into a magical girl herself, but obviously belonging to the enemy side. So she has to fight the magical girls that she adores. But the problem is she's like closet closet degenerate is the best way I can describe it lah. So whenever she fights the magical girl, she ends up doing things that are a bit sus, and they don't really show it. But the fact is, you do have Panchira shots and whatever. Like you go like, oh, bloody hell! I hope they show this at 1 a.m. in Japan, and obviously they do show it at late hours. It's not meant for kids anyway. But as not trying to to show that I was inhaling more copium for this, but it's one of those things that sometimes when you watch anime that's ecchi, sometimes they do it just for the sake of, and you get disappointed with bad animation, bad story, and you go, is that it? But if stories like this, that the ecchi is there, the fan service is there, but there's more to it in these stories. I'm like, okay, it's going somewhere. Because for example, probably slight spoiler here, like not all the magical girls yang baik tu are orang baik. So it's like, there's a twist to this. Let's see where. So it is worth watching. I'm watching this on High Dive. Unfortunately, it's not out there on Netflix or whatever. So pandai-pandai lah if you're in an area where you don't have it on Netflix, or if you're not subscribed to High Dive to find this anime. Okay, looking up to magical girls. That's a strange. Oh, the I think this is a translation from the Nendoroid maker code, because the anime is called Gushing Over Magical Girls. Undead Unlock is another one. It started last season. The manga's been around for a while, but I haven't gotten around to watch it, so I'm a bit disappointed with myself that, you know, when there's too many things to watch, hope to get some time to watch it. Sumiko Gurashi. I think I've seen these characters before. I'm not sure in what context, but they are. So if, again, you know, it's like buying a Kirby or buying what did I buy that day that looks out of place for Nendo. Oh yeah, the Pui Molka. I bought potato, and you go like, how is this an android? But there you go, it looks exactly like the character. More free run. Okay, let's just start a skip. Okay, free run. So that's Himmel from Free Run's previous party. It's one of the poignant animes lah. I'm not gonna say more, but when you know what happens to him in the beginning of the story, you go like, oh shit. But that's how that's the beauty of the story. It's one of those. I mean, for those of you who know me from doing sesi bedah bersama Animo Division of Buzz Pop TV, you know that I've done sesi bedah anime and all that. I hope to do a combined session for Freerun and Dungeon Meshi at the end of season before. So hopefully by next month lah. So watch this space. So just follow me on my socials to get updates. Anyway, so yeah, and this is Stark's the fighter in her current party, who's the student of the fighter in her previous party when she was in the party with Himmel. Okay, here we go. So, oh god, another one. Come on, make a scale figure of this. This is so cool. Yeah, so that's the name still skip. This is the character I was talking about that I want to see more of. I mean, I hope they do make an actual proper scale figure of her. To the point that if actually Freeing decides to make a quarter scale, I probably just buy it, because the B style also includes non-bunny figures. But yeah, anything for you, Kitagawa Marin-chan. Anyway, Blue Archive, Kyoyoma Kazusa, somebody with a gun. So again, as I said, I've not played Blue Archive before. But yeah, I do hope when they do make more Nikkei characters, there'll be more with, you know, weapons as well. So he got two more, Izayoi Nonomi and Kuromi Serika, and one from Great Grand Order Kama, and one from Fate Samurai Remnant. Okay, I'm not a Fate fan. I'm not a game. I don't play the games. Recently, I've seen some videos, or I think they're from FMVs from the Samurai Remnant games of this fox character, which is so cute as hell. Going ara, and she spins around and then faints because she couldn't reach her katana. Apparently she's an NPC, but please make an android of her. I'll definitely buy her. I think she was involved in that scene as he or she. I think it's a he. Involved in that scene as the adjudicator to the fight, and then the fight didn't happen at all. Anyway, Tokyo Babylon and Black Cat. See, as I told you, there's lots of announcements this exhibition. I'm like, gila lah. Trying to go through this as fast as possible lah. So still from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, as I said, I'll get to it when I get to it. Princess Connect Redive again, a game that I've not played. Inoboku SS. This is a weird anime that I've watched. The mangaka who did this unfortunately passed away. She was quite young as well, if I'm not mistaken. The reason I got to know of this IP was because I was watching YouTube videos of seiyus, and in this IP, I mean, the seiyus were all top notch one, like Sugita Tomokazu, Hanazawa Kana, you know, Mamoru, what's his name, the good-looking Mamoru. What kind of, you've got Lloyd Forger Seiyu in there. You've got Akiyama Mio Seiyu, Yoko, you know what I'm talking about. I'm very bad with names. Yeah. So I tried watching it and I just got a bit, okay, where is this going? Not too sure what the story is about, even from watching a few episodes. So just too bad lah. Cerita dia tak best sangat. Tapi the cast list with regard to voice actors is impressive. But if you're a fan of Kanazawa Kanazawa Hana and Sugita Tomokazu, look it up on YouTube. There'll be an excerpt from a live event they did, showing the shenanigans with Sugita as usual playing his typical perverted role in that, much to the audiences and even his co-actors' amusement. Nice to watch. Anyway, back to the so we've got Niji Sanji, VTubers, 2 lasses and 2 lads down here. More of it. So, at the end of the day, if you're a fan of Nendoroid, you're not supposed to be buying every single thing. Or if you want, you go ahead lah. Yes, obviously with the coming of the latest season out this spring, you got the brothers Shinazugawa of Sademi and Genya. I'm watching the compilation film next Saturday. Looking forward to that. Just a short PSA. Remember, guys, it's a compilation film. It's not a standalone film, so it's not going to be like what you've seen in Mugen Train. That was the only film that they've made so far. Everybody was disappointed when they did the splitting between season 2 and season 3. I partly put the blame on the cinemas themselves as well, because I think when they do advertise it as a compilation film, people may not want to go watch it, which is I can see what the point is, but it's not really good when you do it like that, because a lot of people who aren't like geeks like myself will be disappointed. Because people like myself, I'll be like, I don't care how they show it, I want to see the first episode for the next season. But it was a bit jarring. It was like watching 3 actual separate episodes in one sitting in the cinema. So you see the opening credits like 3 times, and you go like, what the hell is it? Can't it just, if you have the money and ability to make really good animation, how difficult could it be to edit all these 3 and make it one seamless film? But that's me. Anyways, for lastly, we've got Astro Boy, we've got Atom, and I don't know what is this. Monsters 103 Mercies, Dragon Damnation of Ryuma. But so there you go. Nendoroids. Anyway, we'll head on to the next bit, which are the pop-up parades. Okay. Now, pada anda yang tak arif, pop-up parade will be the budget version for skills. I think on roughly speaking, they are probably 1/9 code size-wise. They're a bit smaller than the smallest usual skills. People, it's 1/6, 1/7, or 1/8. The usual skills. 1/4 is like the larger version, bunny or whatever version. So obviously, pop-up parade in the last year has introduced 2 more sizes, which is the large and the extra large. So the extra large will be pretty much about a quarter skill size, and the large will be probably 1/6 code. But it will work. At the moment, for some reason, I'm collecting the Nanatsu no Taizai characters, and since I know there's a disparate size of the actual 7 things, so I've got 1 quarter scale free for Diane, and I'm waiting for them to announce Escanor, which I'll buy obviously his it's an L version, so it's going to be probably 1/6-ish size there. Because everybody else will be a pop-up parade, except for King, which I've got it as a Android. But that's by the by with regards to pop-up parade. So yes, Kakap to Sakura. I think didn't we see them just now? Announced by GOODSMILE company. So I just wonder if this, okay, if you can't afford those versions, buy us. It used to be, if I'm not mistaken, what the price was, about 3,000 odd yen. I think it's gone up last year to 4,000. It's gone up by $10 for the mahal sedikit. Hit and miss with pop-up parade. I need to give you a warning that sometimes some characters are really good. Sometimes you go like, but in my opinion, I've never seen because I don't buy multiples of the same character, so I can't tell you that the QC for each character is bad or not. But you know, for example, you see hair sculpts like this, and the painting looks graded. But sometimes, how could you afford to do this for something that cheap? If I were to look at my pop-up parade, there is a mild degree of, you know, painting gradations, for example, for the hair and all that, but it won't be as delicate as those for the actual skills. So some people say it's better to buy skill figures. As I've said just now, you know, there were some Marin Kitagawa ones which were better. So whether these are probably on the same par or slightly better, then I don't know. Not trying to put it down, but I guess price figure yang tak berapa cun would be the noodle stoppers. You know, the one that you put on top of your pot noodle or your Nissin noodle. Yeah. Anyway, Aqua and Ruby, obviously the grown-up version. Operate, and obviously you need to have Harimakana if you have the, more often than not, I just have to add, with pop-up rate, it'll be like poses like this. So I mean, with figure collection, I guess you're not there to, I don't know, as I said, I like to do dioramas, but because of the fact the poses are so limited, it can't work all the time. If you're lucky, if you have them posing in a particular way that you think you can fit with other characters, then that's fine. But not in this case lah. So I mean, with dioramas, then you have no choice but to go for Figmas or hyperbolic versions by GOODSMILE. So anyway, I'll skip and loafer, just a quick one. Iwakura Mitsumi and Chiba Sosuke, two main characters in this rom-com. Usually in high school rom-com macam mungkin ditambah dengan, you know, like a bit fantastical elements or magic ke apa ke, or extreme comedic effect ke, atau, you know, like komi-san. You know, in real life, really do you find somebody who really cannot talk like that? You know, it goes to extremes to make it interesting. But this one is like a plain kind of boring, but really real slice of life, like plain old love story, things that characters that you probably see in front of you at school, whatever. I've bought I started buying the manga, and pretty interesting, and I wanted to watch the anime. I watched the first episode, then I was like, oh, it's pretty much the same like the manga. Now I do not know whether I want to watch the manga or I read the manga or watch the anime. So, and then too much thinking about, then start watching other things. So you have to like make your mind up, huh? But yeah, I'm just saying I will get back to them. Don't worry, I'm not gonna waste my effort lah. Anyway, so onwards. I'm not too sure what this is. Character vocal series 02 Kagamine Rin. Why is the name familiar? Bring It On version L size. So this is the L size, the so-called about 1/6, I think, size here. So it's going to be bigger than this 1/9-ish, 9/1/10 figures. I have no idea what they are, who they are. Akemi Homura is from Puella Magi Madoka Magica. Right, sorry, it's a magical girl IP that I've not watched. And this is Salin from Dungeon Meshi, and this is the sister that is in the dragon. She's so sweet. Dia baik gila tengok. I mean, any anime that draws up a character with that kind of eyes, you feel sorry for them. They're very nice, and it's just tak seronok lah tengok dia. Unfortunately, suffered that fate. So let's. I mean, a friend of mine who's read the manga more than I have said, I said, don't tell me anything. I don't want. If she unfortunately get digested, I'll be so sad. So let's hope that doesn't happen. So, but just to say, this is Laoyoi's punya sister in the dragon. So onward. So this is an L size and there's a normal one. Tales of Weathering Rings is actually a harem isekai for this season. Guys, I'm takut nak try nak buka. Takut I'll get hooked or get disappointed. But I should actually see what it's all about. But we've mentioned this in our quick rundown on 2024 anime. So check it out in the YouTube video list below. So this is Karui Zawake again from Classroom from the Elite pop-up grade version. Just now we saw the scale version. So it's part of our choice if you're a collector. And again, this is one of my colleagues in Buzzpop don't like her, but me and my other really adore her. She's funny as hell. But I do admit that there's too many characters of her. About how many of her do I have? Not that many, but I don't have everything. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna get it. One thing I have to say, Bond. If they make one of Bond that looks a bit more realistic, I'd buy it. I mean, I think I got one of Bond with her lying on the side, which is a price figure. But I saw the Nendoroid. It looks really weird because they had to make the mobile leg long, and it looks really weird. They've made the proportions wrong. All right, Kaiju number 8 characters. We got all 4 of them. So this is the guy that got the Kaiju powers. He's Kaiju Hachiko, Kaiju number 8. So obviously these are. So there you go. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, them just standing with guns. So it's like if you want to pose them next to your manga, I guess boleh lah kot. But for example, if you remember the combination of characters we had for the Ruby anime, that seems to be a bit more interesting because people were posing in a different way. But I guess this will work. And oh gosh, you got more. There you go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So get ready. $250 USD lah to own all of them. Not saying that you have to buy all 6, but the thing is, that's a choice if you really want to have them. Okay, Jojo, like it or hate it. I actually started watching it. I did finish watching. I did finish watch yang the one with Jolie Kujo. But I've not watched. I've watched 1, 2, 3. So 4 and 5 tak tengok lagi. So 3 was the long. Oh god, it was so long. But JoJo is one of those things where it's really, in my opinion, I think it's due to the irreverence of Araki, the mangaka. Dia tak peduli punya. So I mean, it's at first I thought with the kind of story that it had and the way the characters are drawn, I thought it was that kind of anime because people were making jokes like, you should see the memes, the one that involved bananas. I'll not say anymore, but it's actually quite good to the point that it's so ridiculous that it's good. Because your usual shonen anime, typical either power of friendship ke atau tournament arc ke, the kind of redemption arc lah. Ini tak tau, ini macam mengarut lah. It's like, oh god, really? And the kind of anime yang typical lah, and full of explanations. You have to bear in mind, right? If you are an anime only JoJo fan, that these stories are very dated. So for example, the latest season, part 6 actually was out on manga 10 years ago. I think it's part 9 or almost part 10 now, which is so way behind. I don't even know why that's the case. Why the studios don't really follow up. But obviously, this is for me the most. For me, Kujo Jotaro is the JoJo lah for me. I mean there are other iterations of the main character, but this is for me, and this is obviously Gio, the original baddie, big bad from season 1 to 3. That's the reason why he's in several seasons, so you need to watch it. I don't want to spoil it, but it's so ridiculously ridiculous. And I really enjoy it. Oh, one thing, sorry kita tengah cakap pasal pop-up rate, but in my opinion, if you want to buy a JoJo figure, Medicos. Don't buy anything else. Get the Medicos version, because those are posable and they are very nicely done. Yeah, get the Medicos. Anyway, Demon Soul, no idea what that is. And we've got Freedom. As I said, these are, oh god, another one just bosan. As I said, pop-up for it, very cheap. Probably meant for you to just put it there on your shelf with your manga. But just now the scale figure was something like this. So that's why I don't like it when scale figures are just plain old them standing. But then I was there were features in that figure that hinted toward the possibility of being posed with other characters from the series because of the way how the piece was like. But yeah, again, the name of the company escapes me. If at the end of the day the one of her and Fern will be the better one, I'll get that one. Tapi yang tu, unfortunately, I think the pre-orders might still be there, but even if the pre-orders close and not, currently it's quite easy to buy figures when they appear on the market. Even at Ami. In my opinion, I like buying an Ami because you get some discount with it. So there you go. So pop-up rate for Holo, yes, there's they've done a reboot of Holo, of Spice and Wolf. So this is the current version. Came more from Blue Archive. And Demon Slave. Obviously, the English version is called Unchained Soldier because of the connotation of the word slave. I don't know. So I have no strong opinions on that term. I understand the implication, but the context of it has to be taken from what the story is about. So, you nak kata manservant pun boleh lah in this instance, but this is another ecchi manga but with a story to it. It's just that unfortunately, and I still feel that the anime doesn't look that good. In my opinion, I enjoyed reading it more than. So basically, this is the main girl in the IP. She's a commander of a squad that's called Squad Number 7. Izumo Tenka is, I think she's the boss of another squad, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think she is. So yeah. Needy streamer overload. No idea. And we've got Kokuhaku Jiko Inkai. No idea who that is as well. That one looks quite good. Sometimes when you get gems like this for pop-up rate, you feel like, hey, not bad. Now, this is an L size. So I guess I'm not trying to be crass here, but L size with regards to the pop-up rate version. There was one scale offer that came out last year which was so appallingly bad. I didn't put a pre-order. I think there's a Nendo offer that's currently out for pre-order. I need to check because I'm a collector of Konosuba characters, and I'll be disappointed if I didn't get her. when they announce her. And if possible, if she has a bonus item with her, if you were to buy her from GOODSMILE company online shop, I'd go for that. But then it depends on what the bonus item is, because you have to bear in mind that GSC online shop dia tak bagi combine your orders, because they know they will lose out, because they actually give a flat rate of 2,000 yen per character, per box. So usually for GOODSMILE company, the best value you get is when you buy really large characters like a quarter scale, because then you pay 2,000 yen aja for your delivery, and it'll be on courier, at least EMS, okay, not surface. You can't even get 2,000 yen for surface, for a large character on plain old EMS. So my point here is, if you are into GOODSMILE company characters that's got bonuses, especially for an Android, you need to, do the pertimbangan pros and cons, because you'll not get the bonus anywhere else. And the thing is, when you buy it at Ami, the non-bonus one will be cheaper by $12, which is a lot of money, especially if you're from Malaysia, because you have to convert and all that. And another L size of Meja Messe. At the moment, I prefer the Nendo, just because I have no specific attachment to her with character-wise, unless because in the anime she flies a lot. So if you got her in a flying pose or whatever, shooting spells, it'll be worth getting. Okay, Fairy Tail, Lucy, and Zundamon from Tohoku Zunko. I have no idea what. I've known of Fairy Tail. I've not watched it. Is that what I think it is? Is she only wearing a bolero? No, I'm not saying anything, but just like, wasn't expecting that in this anime. I thought this was like more for kids. Pardon my ignorance. Okay, what was this? Banished from the hero's party. Sounds like any isekai. Yeah. Sorry, no idea who she is. She looks cute. Not much detail on her, but then again, if that's what she's like in the original IP, that's what it is. So here we've got new announcements of pop parades. Obviously, let's quickly look at them if I know them or not. So there's one more from Banished from the hero's party there of Ruti. That's L, or that was L as well. Okay, Eminence and Shadows, Alpha and Beta. I think there's, how many of them are there? Well, there's 7. Yeah, Eminence Shadows is an isekai. I think they've got was it winter that they had a recent season of it? Yeah, sorry, not winter, fall 2023. They had second season of Eminence Shadows. And isekai about the Chunibyo also talked about putting in 2 major concepts of 2 not props, 2 tropes. Can't talk today. 2 tropes of anime in one IP. And for fans of Persona games, so these are from Persona 5 Royale of Noah Panther and Arsene. Only Arsene's the L size. Again, usually when they do it like this, you're not too sure what the poses are. But you can see, if the poses were like this, kan cantik, and then they'll end up standing like this. So you go like, okay. And then we got Ryuma again from 100 Mercies. And we've got a cute Kirby. Bloody hell, what's that supposed to be? Kirby car mouse version. Yeah, because Kirby eats everything, right? Oh my god, it's so cute. Okay, so we've got GOODSMILE Racing. Oh well, adding in another Hatsune Miku. Again, obviously, being they need to have a version for every year, I guess. Quite nice looking. But there you go. And GOODSMILE Art Shakai. Another one of Marin Kitagawa. Let me just kecilkan sedikit so that I can see the label. Yeah. I think they did announce a new one. I think it's out for pre-sale, pre-order at the moment. Um, one of her running and her turning back to look at the camera, which a pose of that was similarly done on a what you call it, crane game, crane game figure. Um, yeah. So again, I think this provides people with choices, lah. So if you can't afford a skill, then this is the next best thing. So yeah, provided they do the paint work nicely, this should be pretty good, because sculpt wise, I can see that the face looks alright for her. Okay, Dora Top Tiger, finally in pop-up parade version. I have an old figure of her which is slanting forwards due to age. This is the thing with collecting APS figures. So whether or not the current crop of figures are made with a composition in such a way that as the years go by, they maintain their structural integrity. Because in fact, with these old figures, I think they knew that the figures would slant forward. So she had this ugly, the one I have had this ugly orange colored stand that holds her up. And you go like, oh god. Yeah, this is kind of like, I guess, against the grain for her character, because she's a real right tsundere, very grumpy. To see her looking happy like this is a bit out of character, because I've got the one in this uniform, she's holding a wooden katana, looking pissed off, and I got a more bashful version of her in a new school uniform from the end of the final episode, which at that time I thought was a grail, but then I found it. I think it was Army, and it was sold at a ridiculously normal looking price. I think it was at least a B. B/B, which means I'm not too bothered if the box is C even, provided the characters B and above, I'm done. B means open. A minus would be B, and then they got B plus, and then they got A. A B plus would be open, but still better. A minus would be, I think I can't remember if ada A minus ke tak. Tapi A basically the character memang tak buka for the box. Anyway, so this is Max Factory's range of pop-up parades, Hololive, YouTuber. Alright, no idea who they are. Oh, that's not too bad. This Moto it's L as well. Or is the SAC version? It's not from the film version. I really need to look to see whether or not they actually have figures from the original versions. I'm sure they do, but it's just that not really top priority for me at the moment to look for her. So we've got Street Fighter 6, Elden Ring. I've heard of this game, which is apparently difficult as hell or something. But there you go, 2 characters from Elden Ring. Why do they look like this? I feel like as if these are statues and they should have this color for these characters. I might be wrong, but there you go. Fat Company. Fat Company Fat Company is really good. I mean, they do things like really nice looking characters, scales. They do things like, if you are an Android fan, playsets to do dioramas of your Androids. But they're famous for delaying the releases of the figures. They do. I think I mentioned this before in the previous figure video, that they had released an announcement that they apologized due to issues with staffing and COVID and blah blah blah. And but Fat Company, thus far, if you have a Fat Company figure, I have no issue with them. So this one from Danganronpa. Again, I've not played this game, but I quite like the pop-up print of the main character with the black and white bear, the name of whom escapes me. So as you could see, that's the end of the pop-up print range. At the bottom here, Spot Mui Pop on Ko-fi. So as I said, I'm not the only person here that help menggunakan her website to help do my content. And she's not said anything in her website saying about we kena minta permission ke, but everybody does. I've seen, I think Zuko does his presentation using Moipop, but the best thing I can do is actually rightly promote her website and her socials, which I shall put in the description below. Please support her, because she's really on the ball when it comes to putting up a figure punya content out, especially with exhibitions like this. So anyway, let's look at this one, the KADOKAWA or Kadokawa collection. I think because of it being Japanese, I'm sure it's KADOKAWA, but but that's by the by lah. I'm not Japanese. So anyway, KADOKAWA does because Kadokawa obviously is a big IP company. Yeah, dia banyak affiliate dengan manga production, anime production. So you'll find a lot of licenses, if not shared to other companies. They do their own as well. So for example, all my Konosuba characters, if they're not androids, I prefer the Kadokawa versions, because Kadokawa does very good. Another one that's good is Kotobukiya, but there's a slight, not it's an issue lah, but I think people do say Kotobukiya macam sikit bawah as compared to Kadokawa ones, but look at this detailing of I and her two kids. This is from the poster. Yeah, sedih lah cerita ni. Even because of the fact I know what happened in that story, I feel sad to they have this figure. But but it's a very pretty figure, very nicely detailed. So imagine what it looks like when it gets painted. So watch out for it. Hopefully in the next in the spring one hobby or summer one fest, to see what the outcome of this will be like. And this is Kurokawa Akane, which is another character with a cautionary tale with regards to life as an idol, and itulah the documentary like anime. Okay, next onwards. Okay, I'm a sucker for, as I said, samurai or shall I say yukata type fashion on characters. And what we have here, I'll just keep on bringing this up so that I want to maximize the skill. So we have here of Ronin from Falslander. I personally, I still haven't figured out what Falslander is, whether it's a game or whether it's a I don't think it's an anime. I might be wrong here, but so far Ronin here was in the Figma category. They did a Figma of so this one looks ace. So now I've got two characters which are basically not exactly like this, but so I've got one of Hokusai, but that one's a bit more of a girl in a yukata with lots of swords, and then I got one that looks something like this, but a bit more futuristic, and that one was by Wing. Now, whether or not buying another one that looks like this make it too redundant in my collection, I don't know. But this one looks more typically Japanese throughout, but it's just that it's stylized in a way that it looks futuristic. Because I personally do not see anything modern in this. I mean, these are pretty much the armor you see in the samurai, but it's just that it's sculpted in such a way to follow her body shape. So that's the modern approach to it stylistically, as opposed to making it, this is the body of a cyborg in a samurai from the 17th century or whatever it is. So, but the combination of it looks really, really cool. The colors are very subdued in my opinion, but again, I prefer this to be the colors as opposed to nak merah, hijau, kuning, So this is possibly one of a possible reorder lah when I see her. Yes, Asuna. You argue that how many Asuna do you want? I've got, how many do I have? I got 2. At that time I was watching SAO. I watched SAO, the subsequent one, the GGO, but I've then stopped following. I've personally no criticism or like of this film or of the IP as much really bad. Actually, I really don't have no bad criticism for this IP. I enjoyed it because I think that was my first isekai. Because at that time, this was in the time when I didn't pay much attention to certain categories of anime when they are called isekai or whatever. As far as I was concerned, it felt like a sci-fi fantasy story of people playing dive games and only to be trapped in the game itself. So yeah, a bit of typical fan service a bit and then it's also a harem anime. So this is actually quite good. Obviously, the pose is very inspired by Chinese martial art and fashion, in my opinion. What did it say? Yeah, Chinese style uniform. There you go. Let me just get it as kit so that we have the whole thing. Yeah. So yeah, quite nice. But because of the fact that I don't need Asuna, this might be good for somebody else. Collection. Yeah, this is the Tokisaki Kurume that I'm familiar with, not the other one. And Strike the Blood, not too sure what this is. Yukina Himeragi Yukina Ukiyo-e version. Now Ukiyo-e, pada anda yang tak arif, ukiyo is basically a style of art from the I think it existed since probably 17th century onwards. But might be wrong, but it's definitely probably early 20th century. Ada sikit. It's basically woodblock art. Woodblock ni basically they cut it on the wood and then they print it and then they color pun pakai block. It's pictures on that big, it's quite small. And if you are aware of for the more cultured of you lot who are aware of the term, how is it? It's not. I'm not trying to say the wrong word here, but I think they have, shall I say, a dojin version of ukiyo-e with grotesque pictures of certain acts. But there you go, you know what I'm talking about. So, and the interesting thing is, the usual artists that you are aware of, so much, for example, if you're aware of the Great Wave over Kanagawa, the big wave with the 3 fishermen boat, artists macam tu pun they will draw the dojin version of that kind of art. So hey, what works in those days, dorang punya masalah. Okay, onwards to high school D&D Hero of Ria's Grammary. Yes, of course this is a fetish, I guess, with regard to seeing characters in nurse cosplays, but most of them have freaking syringes with needles. I wonder if this is included in the fetish. No, I don't want any needles, but then again, yeah. So this is one thing for those who are new to figure collecting. Just be wary of figures with slanted parts of the body and using that part to keep the figure up. Obviously, with modern figure designs, what they have is actually a longer shaft of metal or something that sticks into this when you put it on the base. But to think that this is propped up by that small piece of plastic where the stiletto is frightening. So remember when I was talking about Kotobukiya figures, and that's even worse because some of the Kotobukiya figures are really slanting in such weird angles. Pardon me. So just watch out lah. So Rising of Shield Hero, Raftalia. Again, this is obviously these two figures here a bit. Actually, pardon me, I need to have a quick sip of water. So, I mean, obviously, it depends on how your level of tolerance towards this kind of things. You might find this a bit too far. Obviously, these are not meant for children, and if you do think about the actual IP, they are meant for older teens or even for adults. And if you are basically in Japan, this provides an I get the outlet sounds a bit dangerous, but it provides for you a chance to see your favorite characters in say situations that you otherwise not see in the original IP. But to tell you the truth, this girl's a wolf, and wolves don't wear clothes, so enough said in the original IP. So China not judge whether or not is this her given more clothes because otherwise she doesn't wear anything, or this whether this is a character that otherwise has clothes and you've taken it away from her. But that's how it is. To everyone their own. Anyway, so this is Makise Kurisu. I really want to watch this, so hopefully it's all Science Gates and all. Anyway, it's one of those anime series that people say, obviously I missed the boat. I don't know, probably at that time I was watching other stuff or didn't watch anime. So there was part of my life that I didn't watch anime for a good 20 years because I had other things, that I was doing hobby-wise. But there you go. So this one, another one is Secret Experiments Lane. I'm not trying to sound like saya lah peminat anime kerana saya belum tu itu. But I'm just curious to see what's the first with those IPs. Like this one. I tell people that Evangelion can be a bit avant-garde. And it's not, in my opinion, I'm not doing a copium here, but everybody knows I've had some issues with the original 25 episode TV. I 25 episode TV series, which made it the way that it was when it ended. But this wasn't the run-of-the-mill mecha. And this is, people were saying that this is the archetypal tsundere and this is the archetypal kudere. I'm not saying that I can't remember where it was, but I don't think they were the characters that started the dere punya description. But these two characters are well known lah for those titles. But this is for me like the up-teens version of them that I can't be bothered anymore. I've got a couple of price figures of Asuka, for example, and they look really good. And as I said, I'm in the process of selling stuff, and I'm like thinking, should I sell them? Should I keep them? Oh, no idea. So anyway, High School D and D. I think we saw bits of this from the previous One Fest. I mean, I'm like, bloody hell, Kadokawa, you're doing figure. Well, if you see figures from the one at the top there, why should I be surprised they have this? But then you could argue that this is their IP, and dia boleh kata suka hati aku lah aku nak buat. It's not like you get a third party unlicensed yang jenis, but they go all out. Those. I mean, if you are fans of those makers, I'm not judging you. That's fine. You can go ahead, but some of them are unlicensed. But then to everyone their own lah. I personally wouldn't get those. I mean, I do see a reason to get unlicensed stuff, especially when certain IPs don't have figures. For example, Violet Evergarden, people were saying, Kyoto is dragging the heels with regards to if they are ever giving a license for those figures. I don't know why. I think macam Kyoani dia punya characters tak ramai pun sounds logic lah. Those only ones I've seen are Aeon figures. I don't think I've seen any. Probably there are, probably I've not watched out of them. HBK, Euphonium girl. Yeah. Anyway, back to this. This one's really nice. So in the various incarnations of high school D&D figures, I've got Belfine ones of them. I've got Rias in the original freeing bunny. As you know, who are into freeing bunnies, the new incarnation of both Akeno and Rias as pole dancers, and this is under the freeing banner, not even binding. So the thing with freeing is this one's a bit random. So for those who are a bit, a bit more cultured, may wish to cast off these characters, the freeing version, despite them not typically doing this, allow you to do those. So you go like, okay. So for example, I've got her and Koneko, but not Akeno. So I'm at the loss of saying whether or not to complete the trio, should I get her in the current version or to wait and find the original version. So as you can see, these figures, the bunny versions are now approaching, if not already 10 years old. So a lot of the ones in the market are things like rambut patah lah, kotak kemek lah. So you go like, and if you want it in like really mint condition, you're going to be paying through your nose, and you go like, why am I spending this much money on a plastic figure? But I suppose if I want to menyedarkan hati, this combo actually. So can you see the base? So I got a feeling they are being sold into separately. If they're being sold together, that's fine. I have no issues. But provided the shipping, we'll have to weigh the pros and cons again to see whether shipping them separately is cheaper as compared to buying them together. One thing for sure though, if you buy them separately and even with shipping, the fact that the individual price is below the threshold for what your country's customs, so jabatan custom punya threshold untuk charge tax, it might be worth splitting them. Because kalau tidak beli dua-dua, memang guarantee kena tax je lah. So you buy them separately, you might not. So you probably save the money from the tax lah as compared to the shipping. So find out from your local custom and excise to see what the threshold for imported goods are. But this is I know. I mean, people say, "Oh, you're buying this because of this," but this is an anime IP that I really enjoy. So perhaps if you are a sort of person that wants to keep a memento of character from your favorite anime, those ones are worth getting. So for example, like this is the wedding one for Licorice Recall for Chisato Haregi Sugata version. Oh, sorry, Nishikigi Chisato. So the Haregi Sugata is basically the wedding kimono. Obviously, this is one of the most, not most, I guess one. It's a shall I say? I put it mildly here, but progressive, not sounding progressive animes out there. Obviously, she's getting married not to a man but to a partner. So basically, this is the fantasy of every Yuri loving anime fan. No comment, but I'm not chastising, I'm not criticizing, I'm just coughing. So I've got her and Takina in the usual uniform. And then I got her ordered. I've ordered her and Takina as well for the cafe version. I think I'm not going to bother with the wedding version because those two are from those two pairs were from Aniplex. This one is from Kadokawa. I'll if I feel that I have no space, I probably have to shut my eye and just sell them. So no consequence. But the thing is, you can't make money lah at the rate of things, how things are depreciating these days. But there you go. So be careful when you want to make a decision of buying characters figures of your favorite characters. So like this, albedo, like season 4 was out say 2 years ago, and suddenly after season 4, I had a million albedos came out. I have a couple. I have one that was pre-owned because they didn't make those anymore. It's the one with her with offer with a Dakimakura of Eins. That was funny. But the thing is, after that, suddenly semua orang duk buat albedo. KADOKAWA make them freeing, man. I mean, yeah, I bought them, but I can't buy every single one. I mean, and because she's big. I mean, look at the wings, even for this one. Now, that was the excuse, 10th anniversary. So yeah, I like the ones I got so far are well made. So you could argue like, yeah, this is another variation. And there you go. Goblin Slayer. This is a series that Andre wants me to watch, which I still haven't watched. Second season was out last fall. So yeah, not sure who she is, but obviously she's one member of the party. And it's things like they look very interesting pose, very nice. But yeah, in a way, I personally these days with modern figures, I'm not too bothered with them slanted or not, because they've done they should have done due diligence. And you have to bear in mind, right, when they make these figures, it's not all the same plastic. It'll be composite. Some of the bottom bit, yeah, they need to be stiffer. The top bit will be probably less different composite, because it's supposed to be lighter, so that the whole thing works. Agaknya in the old days when they make figures, they made the whole figure from the same material, which meant that if you're slanted like that, in 10 years time you'll be kissing the floor. So there you go. This is funny. I do not know where this from. It sounds like an original figure. Uma-chan, this 1/6 scale. Yunyu is milk in Japanese. No comment why the artist calls himself or herself Yunyu, but just have a look at this artist's character. Fanar. Anyway, so Konosuba's 10th anniversary dress version. I love Konosuba. Probably it's my mistake for every time nampak single thing beli, and no, but I'm trying to tell myself that I'm not. It's okay. I'll pass. But these are actually very, very nice. So Megumin and Aqua. I'm sure. This is one thing I find that darkness always gets left out. Well, does she? The Yukata version. Well, she was one of the earlier ones to come out, but certain things I feel like darkness macam kurang sikit. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's there. Okay, good. So we've got her in a wedding gown. So obviously the 10th anniversary version doesn't follow a particular concept. So we've got a belly dancer concept for Aqua. Typical mage one for Megumin, and a bride for what's her name, for darkness. And so sorry, I'm not being mean here. A slightly sleek version of Yun in this German Alp, Austrian, Switzerland getup. Yeah, good way to go, Yun. But this is dangerous. Now you're making me want to get them, and I can't not get one of them. I need to get them all. I say, not idol version as well. Yeah, thank God, because obviously with it's an idol version, they have to have the same thing. So that's Yun and Megumin. The one I really love of them both is the one I have at the moment, which is the Chinese dress version. The one with the pao. Yun makan pao, so cute, because it's basically a magnet. So the pao has a magnet. You put it on the face. It looks like she's eating it. Oops! I need to refresh this. Yes. Oh, that's interesting. Iris. Iris is a character from the third. If not mistaken, yeah, she's the girl in the third season that's coming out this spring. If you were to watch the trailer, she is the last in the last bit of trailer, sitting on the throne. I saw her first in the manga adaptation of the light novel. The thing with Konosuba is I'm not a fan of light novels. Lots of light novels about, and especially if it's a manga adaptation, you feel like, I don't know. I tend to read. I do read manga that's originally written by and drawn by the actual author, but now and then I have no choice but to, I did look up the manga for Konosuba and look it on the e-version via Kindle that you could buy on Amazon. I don't remember what the story with her was, so I'm not going to be bothered to read back, so I might well wait until next spring to see who she is. And obviously, Super Sonico here, I mean, they like to do collab, and here she is as bursting out as Megumi. Super Sonico is a weird concept. I've watched the anime, and it's like this is the thing with how Japanese anime, not anime per se, but Daniela. Okay, the Super Sonico, right? Actually, she's a mascot. She's a mascot for one of those computer games. If you walk in Akihabara, soft map, yeah. I think she's a mascot for soft map, and basically what it was, because they would get the fact that all these otakus are ogling over like her, because better lah, they know that yang guna all this computer game are all otakus, mostly men, so they draw her lah in that kind of vital, with those vital statistics, and then they decided, let's make her into an anime, so otaku seronok lah. Tapi cerita dia macam dia this innocent idol who's actually a top A grade student who also works part time, and then she does modeling job, and so what they do is, so dia macam pandai kat sekolah, baik, polite to her teachers, and masa dia kerja part time, all the customers love her because she's so hardworking. Every day gambate. Okay, I got to go now for my she's got a band as well, so biasalah all rounder lah. So dia ada band, dia boleh main gitar, pakai gitar Gibson SG bagai, and then she's also a model obviously because she's pretty and got the curves, and her manager is this guy with a tiger mask. So basically the fan service of this comes from obviously the way the camera does angles. Kalau dia bangun pagi tidur, dia pakai seluar dalam ke whatever, dia tunjuk lah. Tapi at the same time dia macam tu tau, dia macam disguise cerita ni macam cerita wholesome, tapi sebenarnya angle camera tunjuk kat sini kat sana, and you go like, pandai sel diorang. And then they'll show like whenever she does modeling, then you get the bad cameraman or bad company yang macam nak guna kat dia, for the next photo set we need you to take your bikini top off, and then dia macam malu-malu, why am I doing this, what am I doing? And then the manager will come in and save her from getting dipergunakan lah oleh company jahat ni. Tapi so kita tu banyak dengan obviously advice tentang to prevent yourself being tricked by unscrupulous companies or people, blah blah blah. But at the same time, because the fact they are showing that, that's the fan service, so you go like, okay. So there goes pretty much the gist of, in my opinion, of all this fan service. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm watching this wholesome program, but it just happens to have opai. But for example, like Super Sonico, obviously in the anime, if I'm not mistaken, they don't show her taking clothes off or whatever. But the thing is, macam tu lah. Tapi itulah, do it as you may, but that's unfortunately how Japan gets away with things, which I find very, very strange. But So lah, I mean, again, they're no longer like the way that they were 20-30 years ago lah. I'm not saying they're tak progressive. Diorang macam at the end of the day ramai dah exposed to ways of the world, and slowly lah dia orang mungkin akan pandang terhadap towards things like, I mean, if they are embracing certain things that you never see 10 years ago in anime, like for example, like what I said to you about Takina dengan Chitose in Lycurus Recall, you know, obviously there'll be views later on that, you know, things like this will be thing of the past lah. But there you go. Somebody did ask, I did read somewhere or watch YouTube somewhere about, you know, people talk about Shintoism, about how it's a celebration of life, which includes procreation, and so things like this were probably normal. But I think the things like this are actually more like, I have to say it like eksploitasi lah. Tapi it's still happening. So there you go. You know, they will say, they have an excuse. Yeah, of course she's a wolf. Or, you know, oh my god, oh no, she's 3,000 years old. Okay. So the other reason, so macam all this get out of jail clauses. So, but that's by the by lah. Just a little thing about how it is with anime and manga and Japanese IPs. You don't get to see this kind of thing in their usual media like TV or film. That's one thing in my limited experience I can see lah. So anyway, back to the business of Spice and Wolfie here. We've got one of her is a bunny, one of her is Dakimakura version, and I wonder if there is an actual Dakimakura of her that looks like this. So figures like this are, I mean, the only way you want to display this is actually put it on a lower tier of a shelf or detolf or whatever, because obviously dia baring kan. Yeah. So Oshinoko, Arimakana. So not too sure what they'll be like. And here we have Raftelia in full armor version. Why does she looks remarkably like Asuna, in my opinion. Rising of the Shield Hero Tensura. Anyway, onwards, Fate Grand Order. We've got Okita Soji and Anastasia with V. Yes, Fate. This is another IP. You get to see people trying to explain what how to watch Fate. Tak apalah. I think Fate Order is a game anyway. And what's this? Carnadis, Eve the Feather, and El Fractia. Yeah. No idea what they are, but yeah, a bit racy, but there you go. And announcements. No idea. Diver Diva. Let me just reduce this a bit. Nijigasaki High School Idol Club. I think I've heard of this series. Yes. And plastic models. I think this is like their. See, everybody wants to do their fake posable figures, so can't blame them lah. So anyway, CA works Golden Mountains. Okay, once again, sebagai advertisement, support Moy Pop on Ko-fi. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look onwards to Phat Company. Now, Phat Company, as I said, the company that unfortunately selalu delay, tapi I'll show you how cantik the figures are. Seriously, I'm not saying it like copy or anything, but it's quite nice, man. Look at this. No interest in this IP whatsoever, but things like this makes a difference. I'm partial to bases that got writing on whatever. Some people don't like it. I don't mind, really. You know, you add things like this, it just adds to it. Probably this is the complete figure, in my opinion. Scale figure, dari segi sculpt, impossibility, paint work, you know, and overall components of the base additional props to the base and additional effects are just nice. Yeah, that's another one of Tokisaki Kurumi. Not a shotgun, but a pistol instead. But yeah, there you go. Way to go, FAT. But itulah, they were saying they're having issues. And this is of Takanashi Hoshino and Will from Blue Archive. Very, very pretty skills. Girls Frontline. Yeah, this is Girls Frontline is a range of, I'm not sure. I think it's a game where everybody, you get these girls with massive machine guns and whatever. So I got a bad feeling that Nikki is actually cakap Melayu lah. Dia pakai tibai ambil konsep tu. And I think they from the design of Girls Frontline figures that I've seen that unfortunately are mostly Figmas. I think they're Figmas are much better because the weaponry looks really cool. I'm not sure. In this case, she's just sitting on the bed, not too sure what but obviously with that look on the face, no comment. Oh my. So she's got her gun, but not too sure why. Why am I saying why? Of course lah. But there you go. Full. Yes, this is the thing I kind of laugh at. Full damaged version. I've seen this in other. Oh yes. Oh, she's a full damaged version as well. So it feels like the full damage means that you damage the clothes. That's all that's left. I'm sure that's what it is. Because I've seen other full damage version. Suddenly they orang kurang kain. There you go. Because otherwise they'll be like in their uniforms and all that with their machine guns. If there's another full damage, no, this is fancy version from Azulin of Kumano. But there you go. But this is the kind of thing. Look at that. The base is actually a prop, and you got it's a dynamic looking pose with movement, nice paintwork, nice sculpt. There to go. Thank God I don't play Azulin, so I'm not gonna waste any money. But yeah, very nice. Oh my, okay. My excuse for their behavior in this is that because it is an ecchi anime, Ayakashi Triangle. I just saw bits of it. Boleh lah cerita dia. But yeah, I'm uncertain. I think this is the main character. In the spirit of progressive. I think because this is. I might get it wrong. The main character is the guy actually, and he gets transformed into a girl. But there you go. Gender bender stuff in anime is actually not new anyway. So, nah, I'm not gonna be a prude and go wanking my shouldn't watch it. But there you go. That's how it is, and that's what they make. Yeah. Okay. What's this? Oh gosh. Well, I shouldn't be criticizing characters holding cleaning utensils because I'm playing Nikkei, and one of the characters that's going to have a figure out soon is actually holding a. She originally holds a mop and a bucket, but there you go. So this is hiding in a moonlight version. So it's a version of her cleaning out, but Furingen. So a Scandinavian character in Azulin. Well, in Azulin, the character's name are all based on battleships. So basically, a Thuringen is possibly a Scandinavian, Swedish, or whatever Norwegian battleship. You need to look it up on Google. But action-wise, very nice. Prop-wise, not too sure about the penyapu and the bucket, but there you go. But very, very, very nice. Now look at the hair. Look at the hair. Very nice. And Fate Grand Order, Lancer, Melusin, flipping neck. This will not even fit in the flipping, what you call it, Britol. Yeah. Or this. What the hell? Fate Grand Order, Saber, our guest. I'm not even going to try to explain the Saber Lancer business. But basically, I think it's a job for the characters macam dalam game. And this is girl frontline again. I just say full damage version, so all her clothes got damaged, and all she's left is the undergarments. But you know, people say, "Why are you making these sexy figures? Why are they dressed like this?" Oh, damage. Kopium. But seriously, buyer, I mean, I cannot kutuk sangat. If I was a fan of girl frontline, I'd probably buy it. But there you go lah. Okay, Uma Musume figures from Kadokawa. So there you go. Very can you see the details, man? I think at the day, right? If you've collected so many, you end up just admiring whatever comes later on, because you can't keep buying them. Unless you're sort of collector that. Well, I'm probably having the taste of it now because I haven't started selling them, but I'm hoping to make this year the year of selling. So if I do find myself selling quite a lot, giving me my space back, I might just restart the hobby. Tengoklah macam mana. But there you go. Cow. Obviously, this is straightforward. A cow bikini version. Yeah. And Sophia F. Shearing is a particular character which I'm not too sure what she is actually. It's called Bunny Suit Planning. So whether it's a game, whether it's a art concept, I'm not too sure. But she had a couple of bunnies recently by free. Anyway, what's this? We've got. Let me bring this down a bit. Scale figure of Doctor, flower imitation. Oh, that looks quite nice. Whatever this transparent golden thing is. And Hachiroku 86. My Tatsu last run. The only Hachiroku that I know is from Initial D. And that's a car. But anyway, so this is PHAT company's offer for us for the next year. Anyway, so onwards, so I'm going to show now, not all of it. I mean, obviously, I think we've been spending quite a lot of time already. But at the same time, I don't want to limit my review, not review lah. Seimbas lalu punya session just because I'm running out of time. But I'm going to concentrate on figures that I'm aware of which the manufacturer I'm aware and of or familiar with. But then again, I don't want to forget about certain companies which might be new and might be something that you should look forward to. So because I have no experience with Solar Rain, for example, we'll just have a quick one through lah. So again, this is Shinobu from Monogatari, and this look, I quite like this design. It's quite interesting to see what color, whether this is going to be plain water color, or whether it's going to be in a teacup. It looks like a teacup, but whether or not whether this is what or blood, because she's a vampire, as you all know. So I can't say much about Solar. I can't say anything at all actually about Solar Rain because it's only a company that I've heard of recently. Okay, let me just enlarge this. So yeah, looking forward to see what that is. So I'm probably not going to say anything if it's something that I'm not aware of just for time. So because I do not know anything from Grey Raven or Operation Sigma, and we've got some announcements for Gridman and Blue Archive. Yes. So I guess, I mean, again, as I said, with announcements, once they have got this kind of illustrations, it doesn't necessarily mean that this will be the pose the figures will be manufactured in. So, proof, again, a new company that I'm not aware of, but this is currently being listed as pre-order at the moment. So it's not that I don't want to buy anything that's not, but then again, it's typical. Once you do not know what the quality is like, you probably wait for a bit. I have no interest whatsoever in getting the marine version with this pose. There's another one of a seated. I can't remember who's making that one. Even if I were to get this one, this character, I'll wait for that one. Rumiko Takahashi's classic manga and anime Meisong Ikoku. Todashi Ryoko and So Ichiro. Yes. This is one of the IPs of Rumiko Takahashi. Actually, I really like Ranma from the 2 manga volumes that I bought a long time ago as a student. And then masa tu, you have no money, you can only afford to, and then that version of the manga pun dah jadi out of date, they don't sell it anymore, but luckily they've reprinted it again, so I feel like I want to watch it. I'll read it again. I think there is an anime, but I feel like I enjoyed the manga so much that I felt like I probably read it, and if I do have a chance, I watch the manga anime. So anyway, Guilty Gear Strive, no idea what that is. And this is FMAB. I've not watched it, so there you go for FMAB fans. And besides, jantan gua tak layan, so Alumina, I'm not too sure. Oh, right, now before I go on and get myself cancelled, I'm gonna doubly check. Sorry about this. I'm not being approved, but it doesn't say anything about it being in NSFW. But I think I'm gonna go over it really quickly so that I wouldn't get into trouble. Okay, I do not know what Hanika Mikanojo is, and Kurumi Shinuka. Kurumi means walnut, by the way. That's by the way. Wing. Okay. Wing is I know I've got a couple of Wing figures, and that's far being quite good. So I have time for them if they do announce characters that I like. There you go. Offlander. So just now we saw GOODSMILE Company, right? Now this is the Wing version, man. Oh. It seems like this. I really like. It'd be nice. I'm a sucker for samurais, man. I mean, I'll probably not get all of it, but this is a bit more medieval Western kind of motif with stylization based on medieval European armor. Not too keen on it, but I'm definitely this. Of course lah, Jepun dulu tak pakai high heels, right? But not the point. But I'm talking about the whole thing in general. Yeah. We'll see. So looking forward to this. So this is my Wing. Right, onwards. Annulus, no idea of what this company is, and it looks like it's a posable figure. So I'm not going to be concentrating anything on it. And it's something that's worth looking at. Cute Bear, SSR. What is this? Figure Yura Splits version. Nope. No idea. But as you can see, gosh, we're not even halfway through. Loads of figures in this announcement. Right. Okay. So onwards. We'll now. Okay. It's quite good. It's quite nice that Ruru Berry actually what she does, she actually labels the categories as 18 or not, so we'll be all right. and Amakuni. Now, the thing is, Amakuni is the one that I've got. I've only got one actually of Asuna. I'm not Asuna. Asuka from Evangelion, and that's the normal version. But of late, I've seen some really quite racy looking characters made by Asakuni. So let's hope I don't get cancelled by YouTube. If it is dodgy, I'm going to flick through really quickly. Yeah. So I'm not too sure what happened to mention Tunia is. Okay, so FGO again. That looks quite nice. Yeah, because the Asuka I have is actually very, very nicely done. Oh yes. So Tatsumaki and Fubuki from One Punch Man. I quite like. You see, this is the thing. I've not read it yet, but I really like her. So, and thanks to social media, well, because they're spoiling things, but because I don't know the relevance, I'm not sure in what way I'm being spoiled. But it's unlike Jujutsu Kaisen, in which they put so much thing out there. I think I know what the story is without even watching the bloody things. But there you go. So this is this looks quite nice. Although, you know, the fight that she's involved in, and they could do better with just her standing like this. Okay. Fantasy Star Online. Nope, no idea what that is. Yep, more from Fantasy Star Online. Way to go, Hamakuni. Okay. I've not even seen the title. That little bit of hair jutting out. Anybody want to guess who she is? I knew it. And I wonder, is that why the main character was doing what he was doing in that famous meme that we saw on the internet a couple of years ago? Reiji Miyajima, I thought like to say that he's sus or whatever. I mean, from the get-go, this IP was, I thought it was a bit, yeah, it was alright. It got a story to it. And then and then I bought manga, baca, and then I berhenti sekejap because I was watching other stuff. And then it got to the point that people were saying, and then I've got volumes of it I've not read yet. People saying, why is the story not progressing anywhere? Because it feels like you want to see the main character who's a bit of a dick to improve his life, to be a better person. But apparently he still doesn't change. So aku nak fikir, kita ni nak pergi ke mana ni? And then recently the mangaka Miyajima was saying that I'm announcing that this story will end soon. So I'm a bit at a loss going to. So when the second season came out, when I watched it, I was like, okay, shall I watch it some other time instead? I've got the manga anyway, blah 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 blah. And then orang cakap macam it's not going anywhere, so I just feel, am I going to waste my time watching this or reading about this? But I'm really keen to see where it's going. And then now he's announced that he's already started on the manga. This one lagi sus. Something about harem that's okay. You have to take a grain of salt with the term Alif Nun. See, I'm not going to say this word again. Putting algorithm catch on it because diorang macam tadi I kasih all the excuses they make in Japanese IP to make things kosher. It's like, that he's not doing his sister because that his stepsister. So tak ada pertalian darah, so it's legal. So yeah, this one is like a harem or something like that. And it's getting an anime, and it's only like two volumes out in Japan. Tanko bawah, and I was like, nice way to go, Miyajima. And if any of you would like to watch videos on Japanese life, there's a guy called Paulo. I think he's from Philippines. He's lived in Japan for many years. He's married. I a local and has a kid and blah, blah. And he does these fantastic videos where he follows the lives of different people. Macam the first time I watched this video was because he followed the Sagawa delivery girl, and she's very pretty. So I'm like, oh, nice. So they follow her from like the time she wakes up, brushes her teeth, goes to work, blah blah blah. So this one, she followed the today. I'm following the life of a mangaka, and it happened to be Miyajima. So I'll probably put a link down below, and you could see how he works. Dia punya rumah, dia ada rumah, tapi dia tak kerja di rumah dia sendiri, tapi dia tidur dekat apartment atas studio dia. And studio dia basically, I suppose, to the traditional mangaka where everybody sits on the floor drawing on paper. He's a modern one. He uses a tablet. So, and then his staff comes in and start duduk, sit around and do work. It's quite interesting to see how he makes his manga. But at that time, he was doing Rent a Girlfriend. So anyway, enough digression. I'm sure you are tired of looking at her in a pink bathing suit. Let's move on. And now, is this... Yes. How did I know this was Oregairu, the uniform? Again, banyak gila lah nak tengok. Apparently, this is quite endearing. It's quite a good rom-com. Yes. So, yeah. Nice one from Mama Kuni. So, yeah. Remember when I was saying things about racy? Yeah, things like this. Yes, this is it. Uzaki. I was talking just now pasal an Android that was made in Japan. Uzaki wants to hang out. So that was the only Nendo other than the Miku that was made in Japan. But anyway, this is Uzaki Yanagi, Little Devil version. I've not watched the second season, so I don't know whether she was already in there or not. I think this is her sister. So we've got Uzaki, we've got the sister, we've got the mom. And the mom is this like dozy woman that macam buat macam tak sengaja, tapi you know, biasalah di Jepun, they're trying to make fan service kan. And everybody's got the same kind of proportion. So biasalah. There you go. Yeah, I can't. So okay. Just look at the left, Dai Kashuko Jidai punya, I mean they're both from that one, but Saki. Risau juga lah to put these pictures up on the net. Biasalah, you know, I don't know whether she's 3,000 years old or not, but from the appearance, kan orang kata I'm showing dodgy stuff. Yeah, serves me right for wanting to review anime figures. But that one was from, if I'm not mistaken, was from manga/anime on my. I think it is. Is Dai Kashoku Jidai the? I might be wrong. Let me just. I'll do a quick fact check. So because I thought there was a manga that was about my mate is sus. So whether Daikoshuko Jida is or it's not, Daikoshuko Jida is actually a figurine collection. It's not an actual. Yeah. So just gonna quickly show you this. So basically this is from my figure collection. So they've got a few figurines announced, and obviously the ones that I showed you are Adela, so that's there. And so I think this is yeah, it's not a particular manga or anime IP. So anyway, I'm not a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, so we've got some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff from Omakuni here, and Kantai collection, and hey, okay, I'm sorry to be biased here, but this is I remember just now when I was showing you the Nikkei characters from in which there were variations in their costumes. So this is again, I missed out on this. So she's one of the SSR characters, which is actually one of the top tier ones that is a shotgun user. and she's a fan of bunny rabbits. Yeah, it's quite a it's a South Korean IP. So whether or not I'm generalizing or not, but when it comes to giving backstories, I find South Korean backstories aku macam poignancy dia lagi kuat, because it's a sad story in the sense that this is a post-apocalyptic world in which after the world was invaded by this alien called raptures, right? And well, I guess to give a background to the story, why the main army is pretty much all sexy girls or whatever, and just girls, is because for example they found that this androids that's designed on not just designed on, but macam they, for some funny reason, biasalah for the story, they are perempuan volunteer nak jadi protectors of the earth, because so they all don't what they either they do it, they donate their brains after death, or memang diorang dimatikan dan dijadikan. So because diorang consciousness diorang ada lagi lah when they are in their new body. Tapi if I'm not can't remember now, but whether or not they get their memories wiped out so that they wouldn't have no attachment to their previous life. I can't remember lah. But it's sad lah. Some of them are various ages lah when they die and have their brains saved, become robots or whatever. But yeah lah, sedih ke I tengok this. So I do hope this is actually types, and that's just a bit. I can't remember what the Sweet Home version was like when they had the costume. But that's by the by. So let's go back to the. Can I cancel that, or do I have to go back? Okay. Bloody hell! What's this? Overlord. Nominal Gamma. Okay, it's the same character, but once of the now Overlord's an IP, which is actually a light novel, and with light novels you get illustrations, and the illustration is obviously so it's not like a manga lah. Manga tu maknanya lukisan tu dia dah tulis cerita yang tulis ceritanya is yang tulis ceritanya orang lain. But the character design is Sobin, so obviously in the anime, it's all based on the Sobin character design. But Sobin has a particular way of the strokes are different, and so basically Nabragama isn't a bunny, but it's quite funny that they actually tunjuk lah this. I think the Juwami version is this one, and this is the Sobin version. Yeah, there you go. Okay, Guilty Gear. I have no idea who they are, but as I said, Amakuni will have not sus, but really saucy figures, short of cancelling my channel. So I'm not sure what Bomber Girl is, and this is Persona 3 Reload, which is the current reincarnation of Persona 3. I think people are playing it at the moment, or dah keluar ke saya tak sure, tapi macam a lot of people say it's quite good. I'm not sure what Sword Samurai Spirits are, whether it's an original IP using samurais as an excuse to make pretty anime girls. So I need to finish reading the manga. I'm watching the anime. Oh, this is the sister of the main character. So because I recognize the surname, Hirogane. Hirogane means platinum. That's my limited Japanese vocabulary for you. No idea blonde sister maid is. And we've got, what's this? Needy 2D. I have a Needy 2D character at the moment, Meido Buso. So Buso is not to be confused with Busuk. Busuk means ugly, so they are not ugly. So they got Blade and Axe. I've got what's her name? Very nice. It took me a year to wait for the pre-order to arrive. Yeah, so pretty interesting to see what they look like. This one looks a bit too much of a space occupying beast. Perhaps this might be the better one. Anyway, Amakuni Kijin. They'll be like little robots, not too interested in this. And Amakuni Tech. Okay. Right. Next, we'll have. Right, this is a bunch of companies. Some I recognize, but I feel like I want to have a look at this company called Plum. Now, Plum. Anyway, because of the fact that these companies don't have as many figures as the bigger companies, so the Ruru actually mix the companies up. Not mix up, but the categories sama, tapi the company are together in this page. So again, Golden Head, I'm not too sure, so we'll just quickly pass through it. Azulin, and again, as you can see, if you are an Azulin fan, if I was an Azulin, I'll be freaking broke because cantik dia punya skull. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, this is from that My Cat is a Kawaii Girl. Yeah. As a lane and blue archive. So games are the order of the day, and the cat, my cat is a Kawaii Girl. Right, Alice Glint. You see, I just wonder. I think Azulin has got it made. They let the IP loose, it seems, by license, allowing the licenses to be held by several different companies. Tak rugi diorang. They get money lah, obviously. It's a fan that's going to be really discerning and decide what to get, because you just can't buy everything. Oh God, what the hell is this? Okay, anyway, right, Plum. I think I've got a couple of Plum, but I think my first one will be one of those really small diminutive figures from Eurocam. Oh, it's from Idol Master. Okay, Sujino Akari. Yeah. Okay. Nothing out of the ordinary. I have no idea who Tachibana Irina is. And here we have instances of model kit. Is it like those? At last, I've seen a couple of figures for the Nendoroids, for the first two girls from Hyakano, and the joke was, if you can afford to collect all 100 girls, it's probably worth getting. But yeah, she's one of the funniest one. I quite like Yoshimoto Shizuka. She's a librarian, and her quirk is that she doesn't speak because she's too shy. So she speaks via a phone that reads out excerpt from books. So anything lah, kalau nak order nasi goreng ke, basically it'll be a sentence from some book that in her computer, nasi goreng satu, that kind of thing. And she's funny. So basically in her monologue, there's a voice lah. So the seiyuu is Nanagawa Maria, who's the seiyuu for Kana Kamui from Maid Dragon. And I don't know whether she puts an act, but she does have a real Minnie Mouse voice, like which makes it so funny and endearing. She's also Platelet in Cells at Work. So if you know who Platelet and Kana Kamui is, that's her voice apparently, and it's not her making a Mickey Mouse voice. But she's, for me, the funniest and most endearing character in Hyakano at the moment. Yeah, so that's it for Plum, I guess. Another Blue Archive. So I'm not too sure what BB buttons are like. Okay. I am on the lookout for more Nikkei figures, but there you go. Right, so Right, so the next two lines in the list is pretty much R18, and I'm gonna go for Rebos because I think this is a Chinese company. There's a couple of Maid Dragon characters. Okay, let me just move along, as they say in Star Wars. Summer training with Mizuno Senpai. Are they all like this? Oh my god. There's no R18. Okay, fine. La 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 la. Destiny Child, not the band. Okay, let's put her on and not get. Okay, so Rebos has yeah, there was a couple of Maid Dragon figures by Rebos which I thought was quite nice, only to find out, oh, I've never heard of this company, and they weren't really skilled. But there was one funny one of Toru holding Dakimakura of Kobayashi, which is so funny. So yeah, if I do find it in the pre-owned section, I'll definitely get it. But yeah, I saw a few figures after that, which I thought was quite good, and didn't realize that it was Amakuni like with regards to it. Oh, yeah, you know, things like this. Yeah, Meow Town. Yeah, Honka Star Rail, Hatsune Miku again. Not too sure what Alchemist stars are. Flare, yes, Flare. There's a Nikkei figure that's going to be out by Flare. I think I mentioned that in a previous video. Let's see if she's in here. Oh, wait a minute. She wouldn't be in here because she's already out for pre-order. That will be Viper, I think. Either Viper or that girl just now that we've talked about, the one with the summer version. Oops. Are they succubi? Are they? Oh, it's not. It's Ayakashi Triangle. Oh dear. Is this like a Halloween version? So, you know, can I be smart and guess that it's going to come out in sometime in the autumn? And there you go. FGO. Oh, Skataha. This that's Gaelic, by the way. Skataha. Oh. Gila lah, Blue Archive, Azerlane, Order of the Day, man, as original IPs for figures. It's like take your pick. Alright, I know somebody I knew from the Malaysian Android group, Kaki Moderate. You know who you are. Kalau aku tengok. Beli lah 107 scale moderate ke dah tak suka dia lah. Jean Dark. See more of Evangelion, but there you go. Sometimes you get it in such a way that they don't look anymore like the original characters, so it makes it easier to choose which one to buy and whatnot. In my opinion, not really. Doesn't really look like. I mean, adalah imbas, but they could have done better. Right, no idea who my Ops is. Oh, that's quite nice. Quite like ideas like this. But obviously this is clever. Okay, the etchiness aside, but the fact they do this is not by way of putting a spin suit on top of a plastic body. It's the way that they spray color that thing to make it look, to give the wet effect. I'm just like, pandai sia, quite good, clever. Okay. Everything's by Neko. Because I'm sure Neko did some of the characters previously as well in the Amakuni section. including the one for False Lander. So I just wonder if that artist quite got quite a lot of IP around, huh? And this is Sophia F. Shearing again from the bunny figure thingy. So this is Yashiki Yuko, because that picture of her was next to the swimming girl, and the only guy in the group, Yami Yugi. Okay. Yeah, the one, that's the picture. Okay, while before we go on to the next one, so all right, so we are actually at the end already. Thank you if anybody's watching this, for sticking with the video, because yeah. Oh, let me just reload this. Okay, this is Prisma Wing. There have been a few booths, but I think the next category are booths that I feel, yeah. Okay, this is slime. Not too, yeah. I think when it comes to Japanese companies, they don't do resin, they do ABS. So I think, despite the fact this looks very much like a typical resin statue, I might be wrong. Be talking out of my bottom here, but yeah, this combination is quite nice if you are a fan. By the way, Rimuru, there's a bunny version. Oh, talking about bunny version, I'm surprised I've not seen the freeing section. I'll just have a quick look before we sign off, with regards to Tokyo Revengers. Yeah, the manga's done and dusted already. It's just that the story just got a bit bosan at the end, in the middle even. So yeah, we've got Mikey. Wait a sec, this is 1-1 scale. Is this for sale? Gila apa? Shit. Okay. 1-7, I have no idea who that is. And Kaitendo. I can't remember. Oh, this is Lodos Wars. This is a very old anime. Yeah, I think it's a fantasy anime with elves in it. I think I was still in university when I first saw the videos. Kanakamoi. Okay, see her as like a kid, like a pet, like a dragon. That's how I see her. And she's funny. Yeah, and she's quite clever. So if people see her as something else, that's on you, mate. Yeah, but again, I wouldn't buy. I have a kind of, this is a disclaimer, but you have to be, I guess, a kind of figure that was in conjunction with her and Toru. They're both like waitresses serving cake. I'll be more comfortable of having your favorite anime figures actually done like that. I mean, that's me lah. Not giving you a lecture. Iruru. Yes, I've got her Nendoroid. She's funny. Yes, more yes. God, Kaitendo, why does it sound familiar? I think I have Kaitendo figures from high school D&D, I think. And who is this? Another yes? Okay, just before I sign off this session, we have to have a look at. Okay, I have to be careful. Party look actually does really. Okay, party look does really have dodgy. I think it's potentially R18, but it's not R18. So we'll have a picture of a nice lion here. Okay, why is there no freeing? There has to be both. That's strange. Oh, wait a sec. Okay, there it is. Yes. Okay, unfortunately, not unfortunately. You know, this will we're going on for a bit, but you know, I've devoted. I'm investing my time in doing this, so I'm gonna do this. So let's go to QuesQ. So yeah, it'll be a waste for not looking, especially when I actually own figures by some of these companies. And this is Rika. I've got Rika, the old one. Still haven't opened the box from the box yet, but I tried putting it on putting the video on Philippine TikTok, and tapi kena ban. I mean, like they took it down, and I'm like, okay, fine. It's like, yeah, you have other dodgy stuff in TikTok, and it was just a box. It wasn't even. I think it just got pictures like in Discord, and then the algorithm detects certain parts of the toy, thinking, "Oh, this guy's showing porn." Well, there you go. So FGO. Oh, this is Atelier Sophie. Oh, Sophie Neunmüller. Changing clothes version. Yes. Next, we will have pakai stokin version, buka kasut version, Armed Trooper Votoms. Oh, Votoms is another old anime series. Sounds familiar as far as I'm concerned. All right, more Falslander. I'm more into the Falslander robot. I mean samurai ones. Bakemonogatari. So this is Tsubasa Hanekawa. Yeah, so until I start watching it, only then I'll start buying more the Monogatari all figures, all skills. Also, I have the skills from what you call it. You know, I've got the main ones lah. I've got King. I've got Kiss Shot. Senju Gahara, Shinobu. I think and Hanazawa Kana punya character that she voiced. Okay, Mataro does quite pretty cultured drawings. So now who is this by? Oh yeah, this is by QuesQ. I don't think QuesQ goes in that direction, but obviously if it's by Mataro, you can expect busty girls like this. These are all original characters. As far as I'm concerned. Yeah, and this is Girls Frontline again. So this is what they look like until you get those companies making damage version lah, whatever version lah. So anyway, Girls Frontline again. Yay! Rerun. So it'll be interesting to see how they're gonna do this. Let's see. Oh yeah, scale figure. So it's not anything like crap, like whatever. I feel sorry for her character. So anybody who's watched the anime or read the manga, you feel like, well, not sorry, but in the sense that, you know, it's like sorry but not sorry. It's like, yeah, pada muka kau, but at the same time, like, yeah, there you go lah, I guess. Yay, my favorite alien girl. I think she's annoying but cute. Especially now she's voiced by, I think because I didn't watch her in the original incarnation. I mean, in the current reboot, her voice actress plays the main character's mom, and the original main character is now the main character's dad. So we've got Wisaka Sumire, the delectable Wisaka Sumire, or Sumipe, voicing her. And Sumipe is, for me, she's quite versatile. You know, she does quite a lot of the more, shall I say, cheeky, not ecchi in the sense, but you know, towards that direction kind of characters. But she's so funny in this. I mean, Yeah, this is, as I said before in the video that I've made a quick review of. The jokes are a bit dated because it's an old story. Again, by Rumiko Takahashi, makers of Ranma, but it's so ridiculously funny. I have time for this. Happy. Again, I've not finished watching the reboot, but it's like one of those things that because dia punya cerita, you can watch it anytime you want. You can watch it anytime. You don't have to like watch it every week. It's all, I think it's all on Netflix. You can watch it. Right, and from Dead or Alive, the game. I know, no idea who. I used to play it when I was a student, something like that, at my friend's house. So I knew the characters then, but not the new ones. Yeah. Oh, it's Mushoku Tensei. Another gem of a story which just ended recently apparently. But the anime is quite good. I'll have a look see. Yes, changing clothes version. I'll need the Pakai Stokin version, please. Yes, another Awayuki Bride, but the samurai. Yeah, this one's a bit too. Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, it is by Swav though. Swav did the one by Wing, the one that I had. So I guess, yeah, I'll reserve judgment until I see the actual figure. Shinkan Shibuna, no idea. But this is reminiscent of, there you go, Anubis, the Egyptian god. And this is Naga dah, Sophia Assuring. Fervent version. Oh, Saitoms, another one. So together with Motaro, I mean, she's into drawing this kind of characters, and you often find their original works being made into R18 figures by the likes of, say, Native or whatever. Yep, more Blue Archive, FGO. Come on, I'm looking forward to see whether they're going to make that Fox God from Fate Samurai, man. Oh, Aniplex Plus. Aniplex Plus. They because now for those, I'm not sure whether this is correct or not, but Aniplex is obviously the company that distributes anime around Japan, one of the biggest companies, and obviously they have an online shop selling merch from clothing to I don't know, souvenirs, stationery, to figures, and their figures are not found at Ami. Only once they get resold, then you have it as pre-owned. But I think of late I've seen Aniplex Plus stuff being listed by Ami as pre-orders. Now the thing is, just a little kepada anda yang lagi tak arif tentang beli barang dari Aniplex Plus. In my opinion, the best way is to actually buy direct. But the only way to buy direct is you need to have an address in Japan, and by virtue of doing that, you need a forwarding service. So there's a lot of forwarding services out there. So I use Denso. I've had them for a long time because I still buy actually. I mean, like anything that I want direct from Japan, like yang macam tak ada, where the shop doesn't exist, send it overseas. So, but you need to. I don't really speak Japanese, but as long as your browser allows, I mean, most modern browsers will translate it for you, and unfortunately, you need a credit card. So if you don't have a credit card, susah sikit lah. Because the thing is, you can buy this kind of figures from other vendors. So you, in Malaysia, for example, you can get somebody to buy it for you, and those people that buy for you too are pretty much either doing like what I'm doing. They buy it for you, like I beli sendiri, and then you nak ke? I buy for you, but you give me commission lah. Sorry, I'm not offering this service, but I'm just saying, or it'll be the same thing with those Japanese shops. Like for example, if there are Japanese online stores that actually sells to you to people overseas, and then you find them sold out. Aku nak beli. And yet, I tell you, if you were to buy direct from Aniplex Plus, it's not sold out because Because the thing is, Aniplex Plus only allows a single individual to buy 3. So I guess the person who procures the figures from Aniplex at those individual shops can only buy 3, and then when you put the pre-order via those shops, if 3 orang order habis, so dia orang kata lah sold out. But it's not tipu, it's betul lah dia sold out, dia tak boleh jual lagi because they cannot buy more than 3. So yeah, the only way to get, I guess, if you do not have a credit card, is just wait it out. I think figures like Aniplex Plus in general, they don't get. I think in the current climate, you'll definitely get it. You just have to be patient because, for example, like this Kitagawa Marin baby doll, this is just the announcement, let alone the prototype. So by the time you got the pre-order, it's like 10 months. For example, my Kitagawa Marin, the bikini one, yang from the scene where they tested out the where Gojo was doing her measurements. Yeah, it took a while for it to arrive. So this is going to come out, I bet you, 2025 by the time it's available for you to buy. I mean, a lot of the pre-order, and for all of you people who are particular about boxes ke apa, come on man, I mean, if it's pre-owned, it's not lah macam buka orang tu baling-baling ke apa. For the most part, it's going to be A, B. B too, because the Japanese are really particular when they look at the box, slight crease, they call it B instead of A, because, you know, like, what's that going to do? I mean, okay lah, if you're an OCD person, particular for that, that's you lah. I'm not, you do you lah, but if you are the person that wants the figure, you want to put it in your little, AB is the next best thing you're going to get. And besides, pre-ordering it now, you're not going to get it any earlier anyway. So, yeah. But I'll pre-order it because I just like to get it on time, and obviously you get it at the original price. So obviously when you buy it from a shop that actually or buys it from you, they're going to charge you a bit more because basically they not charge dia punya commission of sorts for buying it for you. But that's how it is, I guess. Why is this familiar? Yes, because she's from it. Anyway, you know, the color's a bit French though. This is what's his name? Yes, 9S. Let me just reduce it last skip. Yeah. Voiced by Hanae Natsuki from who voices Tanjiro in Demon Slayer. Yeah, something went wrong with the anime production kejap itu keluar balik and whatnot. And then I kind of dropped it because I was like telling myself, let's wait for the whole thing to come out first. Yeah, it's slight comment from people who, yeah, which I kind of agree. The CGI looks a bit jank at bits, but I've never played the game, so I was interested in the lore. So anyway, I remember I was telling you about the wedding. Oh, wait a sec. So this is the one from Aniplex. The one that I knew of was the Aniplex one, not the GSC one or whatever it was. Okay, this looks more elaborate actually. This looks more elaborate. Yes, there you go. So you cannot buy one without the other. You have to buy both. Haha. I'm not getting commission from Aniplex. I wish. Fate Grand Order again. Oh, come on, Fate Samurai, please. Fate Samurai. What's this? Morgan. Nah, no idea if he is. Oh, so cute. Pecora. Musada Pecora. And Mesh Skyline. Wait a sec. Why is the name Pecora sound familiar? I thought that was a VTuber, might be wrong. But if anybody knows, please add a comment, please. Tokihime, a piece of glass blue moon. Eel. No idea. Rengoku Kyojun. Non-skill. And Tengen Uzui. I think I've seen these versions. In a poster, in a promotional poster for the concerts, I think. Okay, quite nice. And that's one of Tanjiro. Oh, they're doing more of the Gyu, Obaranai. Oh, that everybody. Oh yeah, Buzzmods. I think it's posable versions. So these are all Buzzmods then. These are all Buzzmods, except for this one lah. This one skill. Yeah. Is this another Buzzmod? No, it's not. Yeah. Oh, by the way, they've got 2 movies out from this franchise, hence the recent emergence of figures from this IP. Now, Claynell, yeah, the Hawaii version. But by now, I'm like thinking I've got the classic uniform one. I've got the cafe version with the crab dessert, like not metaphorically. Well, it's not literal either, but you know what I mean if you've watched Licorice Recoil. So I'm looking forward to that. Kurumi, I'd like this one to get. I would like to get this one. Holy crap! Oh, this is so cute. It would be better if he was actually sitting on the console, you playing using the computer. Yeah, she's a hacker and helped out the team quite a lot in Licorice Recoil. Yeah. Uma Musume and Natalia Riza. Oh, that's Riza herself. And more other lane. But there you go. Because of the fact that the character design in Netherlands is already complex in itself, so any company that takes on the character and has the ability to produce the actual image, you're a winner lah. I think that's why Netherlands figures are really up there. I mean, yeah, Mushoku Tensei have not watched this yet. The lingerie version, okay, right. Torida Mono. Okay, so let's park on Kurumi whilst I click on the next section. Now, yes, this is quite good. This category has both. Now, I've got a love-hate relationship with this company, which is Union Creative. Unfortunately, Union Creative, not all the time, that they tend to make non-scale figures, so they're usually between the 1/7 and 1/8 kind of size. But I don't know. There were certain characters. I mean, I'm a fan of this. Not YouTuber. I mean, this artist who does cartoon on the net called Yo Mung, which is the Doki-chan. Do your best Doki-chan series. Gambare Doki-chan. And dia punya figures that came out looked nice when it was advertised, when they were promoting it like this, and then when you get it, you go like, could have been a bit better lah, paint-wise. So, but sometimes some of the stuff are quite nice, and sometimes they actually do skills. Let me just bring this down a bit. Figueroa, no idea who this is. Gridman. Zozo's fashion clothing punya website, if I'm not mistaken. At the moment, my favorite band, Scandal, has a. Is it Zozo? Is it? It's doing a collab with it. It sounds familiar. I'm sure it's Zozo. I'll have to look it up. Yeah. So whether or not they're also selling the clothes that these characters are wearing, I have no idea. But there you go. Yeah, more of the characters from Gridman wearing Zozo. And this Alright, this is Restore Darkness from Tulaburu. Another, yes, she's the main character's original crush, Serenji Haruna. Yeah. Okay, one from Girl Frontline. Who's this? No idea. Barbara Play Akasa Ai. Oh, yes, that's quite nice. So compared to the other Izumo Tenka, which was actually a flipping pop-up parade, now this would be the better one. This would be the better one. So I'm looking forward to see what the paint work is like. But Union Creative, it's hit and miss. Yu-Gi-Oh! So no idea what that is because I don't watch it, nor play it. Onodera Nire is the artist for this. Devil Girl Sabbath and China Girl Song. Okay. Yeah. So Union Creative also does some of these saucy figures short of R18. And another one of Tenka is Ozumo Tenka, but in swimsuit version. So obviously, this is not the swimsuit. No idea who Brilliant Journey is. Yes, at last Freeing. Oh gosh, baru cakap Freeing doesn't do stuff figures. And this is, B style. At first, I thought it was bunny style because they do bunnies, and then I wonder if it been big. It sounds a bit funny, but big because they do one 4 scale, not because of anything else. Was it Azulin? There you go. Yeah, Azulin quarter scale from Freeing of late, bit crazy. There was one, the New Jersey one that was sold for $660 US thereabouts. But then the price tanked, so I feel sorry for people who actually pre-ordered the damn thing, because even if you bought it pre-owned one, it's going to be A/B. It's going to be the box that's damaged. So Bremerton is again from Azulin. There was another Bremerton that was featured in one fair summer that I did a video on, which oh god, I think I remember which one that was. It's the one of her lying down on the front. There you go. I will not say anymore. So more of the Azulin stuff. So again, as I said, so there'll be another quarter scale. I'll be freeing among what quarter scale. So if it's not bunny, it's going to be larger version of the usual features. Holy crap! Now this is the kind of thing you want, man. This is the kind of thing you want. Look at that. So you figure out how the hell are you going to put this to make it. She will be stable because obviously there'll be a weight down here, and then it's got this base. But the kind of thing that they would have placed inside the leg within the plastic to make sure that she stays that way is one thing. So I do not know who Ayanami is, but imagine if say that I like any particular character from the IPs I watch or read, and they do it justice by having it. Then I'll pay for it. But I'm quite disappointed with the amount of stuff from Freeing. Okay, let's have a look at FURYU. Now, FURYU doesn't mean that they just do kimono versions, but but when I say that, guess what I'm going to show you? There you go, kimono version. But this is the kimono version that's made with kimono cloth. It's going to cost a bomb, but I guess it's also fair as well because they've made them in quarter scale. So it is going to be $1,200 US. You count them in Malaysian ringgit, over 5,000 ringgit Malaysia for anime figures, but this is actual kimono cloth. I wouldn't have thought I'd see her in this format. Shinobu. But yep, pay through your nose, man. One thing I quite like with this version, as you can see, they don't look out of place. I think because these companies are well. I'm talking about the kimono cloth company. Are well versed into making cloth for those Hina dolls, so that they don't look awkward. So because there are, when you have certain attempts to make small figures wearing cloth, the cloth looks bulky and doesn't look natural. Even this pun nampak sedikit bulky, but then again, you know, considering the fact that you're gonna get whatever it is, that's the price you pay lah. Tokisaki Kurumu. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. I'm not into bust figures, man. Come on. Chuniko. At last, somebody from Jujutsu Kaisen, Inumaki. I need to find a time. It feels like I need to sit down one day and make a timetable of what anime to watch. Makes it sound like work. Because I feel, you know, kind of left out not watching it because there were so many things to watch. Hey, no idea what this is. Niji Sanji, okay, more VTubers. Now they've put this little thing in here. I wonder what it means. Oh, I think they're waiting for more photograph. Oh, Tenito. Tenito's I think is the pop-up version of FURYU figures. Oh, that's so cute. Marcel. Now, there's a couple of Marcel figures out there at the moment. Pop-up being one, GOODSMILE company being another one. I'm trying to find a funny one. But the only one that can wear you can change faces will be an Android, which I've pre-ordered. So we'll see. Oh, but this is cute. This is so cute. I like her. I have time for. She's crazy. Crazy in an adorable way. I like to say no a lot because she is being forced to eat strange monsters in the dungeon for sustenance. Anyway, ReZero. Well, yes, talking about ReZero, these two girls, Ram and Ram, used to be so ubiquitous. This is like the first Ram and Ram today, man. Okay, Blue Lock. Yeah, we mentioned about Blue Lock in one of our video sessions. And yeah, Eurocamp. Yes, I always tell people, I mean, Eurocamp is one of those anime that you wanna sit down after a hard day's work with a cup of coffee or tea or whatever and just sit on the sofa and just relax and watch. That's what it is. It's just a bunch of people camping and making food and riding motorbikes and sitting in an onsen. Slice of life, you know. Whoa, is this kaiju? No, it's not. Gun. I think I remember what was, you know, yay! Yeah, I would buy a Pochita Rock scale only if they do something like what Alter did with K-On! And that means full-on instruments, drums and everything. So, Alter, please, we want Kesoku Bando. Talking about Alter, I've not seen Alter at all today. Alright, Sega. Sega, otherwise known for their prize figures. But then of late we have the S-Fire series. You know, don't tell me this is yes it is. Ria Yanami. Scale figure, they've not said what scale it was. But of late I've noticed that the S-Fire does Hatsune Miku kind of like dramatic diorama like figures, especially like recent ones from My Hero Academia, where they had one of them was Deku versus Stain, and then the one from Chainsaw Man versus Katana Sword. Those look awesome, but they are massive. So what are they doing with this? Are they doing them both? All four of them in a diorama form. That'll be quite interesting. Gosh, a shrine for your dress up darling characters, and not forgetting Kaiju Hachigo. Oh, this will blow up, man. Wapuchi. No idea what they are, but they look pretty cute. Albedo and Sega Price. You would have thought that after all these years, there's nothing else to milk from this IP, but they still have stuff from Psychonaut to sell. Everybody's nuts over Megumi Kato here. Yes. You would have thought that perhaps you could remove one bit and make them share the onsen, because in the real life onsen, you wouldn't be sitting in a small cauldron by yourself. And Freeren and Fern. Yes, because these are price figures. You're not supposed to see very good quality of sculpts with them. Yeah, looks a bit. I don't like her face. Sorry lah. What a pity. And is this Bochidoro? Oh yes, it is Bochidoro. Chokonose. If I'm not mistaken, Chokonose are the ones that they're seated or lying down or whatever, because all the Chokonose Hashira figures I have from Sega, I think, are all noodle stoppers. Does that mean that we've already got the other two characters? Because this is the elder sister. Oh, sorry, this is the sisters, so probably not. Jujutsu Kaisen, Megumi, and Ushiguro. And yes, Mao and Jinshi. I need to finish this, man. I've only got a few more left to watch. Okay, yeah, we'll end it on Mao here. And oh yes, I don't know what your thoughts are on the Shibuya stream figures. Have I ordered one before? Because they are expensive as hell. I mean, I guess rightly so, because of all the efforts they do with the extra bits to it. But you pay at least $350 for each of this. Puella Madoka Magica. Yeah. So this Fabergé egg-like structure, you need to pay for that. If it was just this bit, then it'll be probably 18,000 yen or 220,000. But now with all this extra bit, they're going to give you the excuse of why you have to pay all that. See, same for this one. So I don't know. In my opinion, whilst I can see the artistic reason behind having this structure is to frame the character, but I prefer the framing is to be made by, say, props or bits surrounding or the environment, actual environment surrounding the character during whatever action that they do, like what was illustrated earlier on in gosh, was it PHAT? Yeah, how PHAT does it? Holy cow, is this who I think it is? No, it's not. Gridman Universe. For those in the know, there's a certain dojin that has two characters sitting in a particular way, in a particular environment similar to this. I shall not say anymore. Hey! Aqua and Ruby. Oh, Aqua and Ruby only. Where's the other one? Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Aqua and Ruby with the other one. Oh my god! Oh my god! Akiba Mido Senso. Oh, watch this, guys. If you haven't, this is a bloody good anime, original anime. Very poignant though. It's a Yakuza story actually. Being twisted to make it based on maid cafe workers in Akihabara. Yeah, 12 episodes. Enjoyed it so much. Go watch it. And no, Girlfriend now, rather Girlfriend again. Oh dear, what's she doing? Girlfriend again. Paper green version with a gun. So there's no damaged clothes version, which means implying that that's what her skirt looks like, which I doubt it. Although you could see that there's burn marks. Perhaps they excuse that it's burned all the way around. No idea. But there you go. And this is Sword Art Online Yuki and Asuna ending. Which one is it? Oh gosh. If it's from the ones that I've seen, I can remember this scene. But yeah. Oh, that looks nice. Day Life for Tokisaki Kurumi. So Hanfu version. I think yeah, I don't think it's anything to do with the Apothecary Diaries, but seeing Chinese stories being told in Japanese manga format provides a different dimension, I guess, in seeing designs in characters. Because I quite like watching Apothecary Diaries and see the difference when you're so using Japanese stuff. Again, Megumin longing for explosion magic. Okay, fine. An explosion on this wonderful world. If this is the one that's from the spin-off, I've not watched the end of it because for some reason it just didn't sit well with me because it wasn't. I think because I was expecting the funny line, the comedy that you'd expect in Konosuba, only to realize that Konosuba is funny only because there's four of them. But this one's only Megumi, the younger sister. Yun. Yes. Is this a representation of the fight that they had? But no, this one probably they're fighting over rice balls, which makes me hungry now. Which means that I should end this pretty soon because I think I'm hankering for lunch. Right? Kantai collection, which is this is a bit too much for me to elaborate. So, not really for me. I've never had any inclination towards Kantai collection Kankole characters anyway. Just find it weird. There are bits of a ship sticking out the back. Kantabile. I've not watched 86. Somebody said that it's good. Some people say that it's not that good. Yeah, this is in a bit where everybody's making not teasing concept, but I guess Kubo wouldn't let me be invisible. Reminds me of Akagi-san. Reminds me of Eiji Renaide. You know which one? Well, the three main girl teasing the quiet boy kind of school romance. Although people were saying, the ones to watch is actually Takagi and actually Nagatoro. That's it. Yeah, and Nagatoro. This one came a bit later, but this was actually in Shonen Jump, which means that if it's good enough to be in Shonen Jump, the auditors must think that the story has a good, storyline to follow. So we'll see. So be quite interested to see what kind of figure each stream will be making. And here we've got Kaguya and Ai, and the four girls from Sort out online. Right, as I said, I'm gonna need lunch soon. I think we are done. Oh, sorry, we're not that done. I really, because I'm already like in the swing of things at the moment. We have to talk about this company, SPIRITALE. Now, SPIRITALE is a relatively new company as far as I'm concerned, and there's a few figures that I'm eyeing at the moment. Obviously the Nikkei ones. So let's see if we've got any more in here. So this is Angel Nexus Positive. I have no idea who she is. Another comment about SPIRITALE is that some of the figures that I've noticed, like the one that they've made for My Hero Academia, look really, really good. They did one of Uraraka and one of what you call it? Blood Girl, the bad girl. Sorry about it. I really need to know. Yeah, MHA villain. Himiko Toga. How can I forget Himiko Toga? Okay, the Toga one, they did two versions, one the normal colored version, another one is the sepia version. The only reason why I didn't like that figure was because whilst it was a somewhat reminiscent, I'm not saying they've copied a figure from Monogatari. It's a picture of Toga sitting on the throne on a bunch of cutie looking, like soft toys and dolls, whatever, but the dolls had stab wounds in their eyes taken out. You go like, oh, not those. I know that I've got soft spots for those kind of stuff. So I don't know. I've got a good enough Toga figure anyway from Belfine. So not too fussed, not getting another one. And of course this is Hado Nejire. Very nicely done, man. Very nicely done. Actually, I've got her now. The Belfine version, probably less extravagant as compared to the SPIRITALE one. That's it. If I want to get Marin Kitagawa in this format, it'll be the SPIRITALE one. Oh dear, that's her as well. Mak kata my late mother duduk tekan kangkobak. Why? But you know why. But there you go. How many Marin Kitagawas are there? So make your choice wisely. And that's Karma. See, this is the kind of thing I like. I like this kind of thing. Making the prop, the framing of your art piece, as opposed to some flipping Fabergé egg. No, thank you lah. Journey of Elena. And who is this? Hatsune Miku. Really? Oh gosh. If you have trichophobia, I don't know what you think of this kind of thing. You feel like you want to scratch your body all over. I'm sorry if I've given you those ideas if you hadn't noticed this. And of course, you know, Miruko. And Guilty Gear Strive Felt Valentine, I have no idea. So I'm not so sure what kind of pose she'll do. And if SPIRITALE is keeping to the ethos of having be creative with their poses, I think we'll have a winner lah, with regard to SPIRITALE. Oh dear, they're making more. Oh, Gribbit, Kero, FURYU, and Duffel Goat version. Oh, this is a bit poignant. For those who know about the story of the Duffel Coat with her and her teammates in the villain team. Sedih juga lah. Okay. They can only afford to put down a sign that says Sakura Miku. And lastly, Taito. Oh, these are 5 figures. Taito 5 figures are quite good. What's this? Okay, they are 4. Right. So then, yeah. So to anybody who has been brave enough to weather the review for freaking 3 hours 45 minutes, I congratulate you. Unfortunately, I have no prizes for you. That was a gargantuan video. I've never spoken. I've spoken this. I mean, I've done a stream this long, but it was with 3 other people, and we were talking about Bleach, but not me talking rubbish on my own, I guess. But so yeah. So which figures from this collection shown in this exhibition that tickled your fancy? Obviously, I've not covered some of the more racier figures, but of course, that's anybody who was obviously inclined that way, I can check it out for themselves. So, thank you for watching this with me. Anything coming up in the future, we'll be talking about a few anime series which would include the latest fantasy animes, Frieren, and Dungeon Meshi. We may talk about Solo Leveling, and I've got a few video ideas up my sleeve, hopefully, and I hope, well, as I've trying to do more figure videos soon as well, kerana dah lama tak buat. Life been with, you got ideas, but life gets in the way, and I've got enough to do unboxings or figure reviews that could possibly last you more than a year even if I were to do that once a week. That's just me saying lah, but obviously because I've got other commitments, and I will try to do them. Don't forget, I am keen in doing that. I just need to sort out a few things with regards to setup of the area where I want to do the videography for the figures, as well as I said, I have to do a bit of spring cleaning with regards to, unfortunately selling some of the stuff. Serves me right for going, yes, buy that much. Tapi itulah, pada anda yang suka collect barang, anda tahulah apa perasaan dia. So jangan lupa follow, like, tekan loceng, and also follow my socials in the description down below for more updates on random content that's Japan related that I'm trying to churn out. Saya bukan channel yang besar ke apa, tapi I'm doing this for fun. I quite like doing this. Anyway, so until next time, thanks for joining in. Ijo desu. Mata tore.